Okay, we are recording now.
All right, so welcome back. We left off last week with the demise of the remaining cult of the dragon. Farblex, Spattergoo, and Drelmor Borngrey both fled into the northwest tower, um, where the rumors of the portal are located down in the dungeon beneath Castle Neartar. You guys were able to take a breather, and as we just alluded to off camera, you entered into what lawyers often refer to as an agreement to agree, uh, which is under the law an illusory contract and not binding in any manner. But you've reached an agreement to agree with the lizard folk, basically premised along the idea that they would kind of serve as guards and laborers in the castle. Whoever wasn't, you know, working for you guys is going to return to the tribe of the Scaly Death. But otherwise, you would agree to pay them basically fair wages based on their whether they're skilled labor, unskilled labor, etc. And the same, I believe, was true with the dwarven cook Tharmzud and his two commoner assistants, his for lack of a better term, sous chefs, maybe more like serving people, servers. But in any event, you've agreed to basically reserve their services for an agreed upon price that we work out when the time comes. But you have, as a gesture of good faith, turned over several of the coffers that you have discovered in the castle, amounting to a considerable sum of gold to reserve their services. Um, and as far as you can tell, no one has any intent to trick you or deceive you or make off with the money and not perform their end of the bargain. In any event, uh, you also
Sorry,
were able to. That's
sorry,
okay.
my internet keeps, I don't know, shutting off.
No problem. So you also were able to catch a breather and explore a little bit more of the tower, including the central keep where the observatory is located. And as we talked about just a moment ago off stream, we ended basically with you guys defeating the four gargoyles that had been tasked by Resmir to defend the observatory area from intruders. And after defeating them, you were able to examine the telescope located on the top floor of the observatory. And it was identified as what is known as a Farseer of Ilusk. Now, Ilusk was a region to the north, even farther north than Neverwinter. In fact, let me put you guys real quick on the Sword Coast map. So, if you look, you guys started down in the south at Greenest. You went through Baldur's Gate, north along the Tradeway, through Waterdeep, and into the Mirror of the Dead Men. North of here is the city of Neverwinter, which we've talked about a little bit. It's currently presided over by Lord Neverember, who was at one point in time known as one of the Lords of Waterdeep, although he has been replaced in modern time and has returned to Neverwinter to lead that city. Luskin is the next biggest city up the high road, and basically the last stop before the glaciers and the area known as Icewind Dale. And this region, Luskin, gets its name from the old language, which used to refer to this area as Alusk. And so this is a Farseer of Alusk, an artifact that was engineered in a long past time by civilizations that used to inhabit this area many centuries, if not millennia ago. But so this device, as we talked about, is quasi magical. It functions as an ordinary telescope, but it can also be manipulated to view areas as if using an arcane eye spell within 50 miles. This particular Farseer is damaged and worse for the wear. The castle has been standing for centuries, and it looks like the prior inhabitants, or I should say the current recently former inhabitants have not been doing the necessary upkeep to keep the Farseer in good condition. As Jonathan said, Bryn nearly broke it when he tried to move it during the fight and protect it. But with that being said, Leah was able to look into the telescope and or the Farseer, I should say, and she was able to view what looked to be the inside of some cave or swamp area that housed or was home to not one but two adult black dragons, and if that wasn't rare enough, the dragons appear to be identical twins. It's unclear whether they're male or female, but they appear to be identical twins, twin adult black dragons. And so that's where we left off. Eve has come to grips with what happened, the severing of her connection with Hazaron, the long sword or the great sword that used to belong to Resmir, and she has recovered from her rest and joins you now up in the observatory to discuss how you wish to proceed.
Can
I
you
mean,
take us
honestly,
back to the castle?
probably meet them or
Oh
meet her
yeah,
down
sorry.
there. We're all gonna take a long rest too. So
Were we gonna try and mess with the crystal thing again? The Farseer?
I mean, yeah, I mean, if we can get a better idea, I guess, of where it is, maybe we talk to the lizard folk. I mean, would they not know where if there was a literal dragon in the swamp?
That's true.
I mean, I
We can
feel
ask them
like
about the cave.
if they have shamans and stuff, they had Suncaller. I mean, I assume the shaman was worship. I assume they all worship something. And if I were a lizard folk, I imagine it would be a dragon, right? So, I mean, while we're here, I guess we can try the Arcana check and see if we can, identify it ourselves. But maybe we can at least get more information from like Snapjaw and them once we go down there.
For sure.
I will say that I remember like before we went into the castle, like we were awfully prying with like tell us stuff that being useful or like etc. Like are they keeping things, And they're acting pretty clueless. So I don't know for sure if any of the lizard folk might know, but maybe the two leaders that escaped downstairs might more likely know. And they
I
might
mean,
be
I don't
more
know if they're
worth
clueless. Maybe they just don't think it's a big deal. Like, I mean, black
or
dragons have probably these two have probably been here for like millennia. I mean, hundreds of years at the very least. Like, I highly doubt two black dragons just moved into the area recently and no one knows about it.
you don't
So,
think they're long-term residents?
no, I do think they're long-term residents. That's what I'm
Oh.
saying. That's probably
Oh.
why. I mean, if the lizard folk hadn't mentioned it, maybe they just it might be common knowledge to them.
Yeah.
I mean, I
Sorry
get
to
it.
cut you off.
That's true.
Are you guys going in the room where I'm at, or should I go to the room you're all gathering in?
You can come up with us for now, and the rest of us will take a short rest or a long rest soon. I guess we're all convening in that top tower per Anthony. So.
Is it possible to use the telescope again?
I mean, like we were
Oh.
talking earlier, it would take a bunch of checks to see if we can actually do it successfully.
Off camera,
Oh.
Anthony, we discussed that as well. Like we used the Arcana check the first time to see if we could even if Leah could more or less attune to it quickly and get a clear picture of what was being shown, and she was able to. So before we started, we discussed if maybe she could try it again, but this time try to actually identify where the Farseer is looking at. Because we don't need to touch it, right? We're not really worried about it. Right now we need to know where the potential threat is. But again, if we don't gather any information from this check, then we can at least try to go down. I mean, 0 is 0, right? So if we don't get anything from this, then going down there and asking the lizard folk, even if we get a, I don't know, then that's
something. Yeah. I'd rather ask anyways. I agree.
So Leah, if you want to try, if the DM will allow it, if we want to try another Arcana check and go from there, see if we can identify at least a region, like 50 miles. Is it within the swamps?
Is anyone going to be helping me?
I'll
with it?
help you. I think I have the next highest Arcana. I think we might be tied, but you and I have Arcana, and I'll guide you as well.
All right, sweet.
You get an additional 2. The roll.
Nice.
Let's
21.
go.
Nice.
Yeah.
I want to know.
21.
So you are able to kind of reverse engineer the location that you're scrying, and it turns out that it's somewhere between here and the Karnath Roadhouse. Although you're not exactly sure if it's kind of north of the. So you guys traveled west from the Karnath Roadhouse into the Mirror of Dead Men to reach Castle Niratar, and it's somewhere kind of in between there, but you're not sure whether it's a little bit north or a little bit south. But it's definitely somewhere off to the east of your current location.
So we just casually walked by 2 adult dragons just chilling in a cave somewhere.
Can't be that obscured, right?
Cool.
Again, it's somewhere within 50 miles of here. So
Sure.
Okay. So if we're gonna finish with this tool, dare I say we just zoom out? Can we just get like a pan out,
I
and
think
then
that's
that would
what
maybe give
I
us
think
some
that's
more
what
clues
Leah's-
around it?
I think that's what Leah's Arcana check was about, right? Like she was.
yeah, there's no way to zoom. Yeah, there's no way to really zoom out. It functions as if it was an arcane eye, which only gives you a 30 foot radius or diameter.
Can I have like a set of arcane hands, and it can like do
30
one of
yeah,
these numbers where it like kind of
30
like folds the
feet.
hands on top?
30 feet in any direction. So it's a 60-foot diameter image, basically. You're seeing 60 feet in diameter of where it's focused right now. You can't really zoom out. If you tried to adjust it without picking a new location, it would probably just distort the image.
Okay.
Okay. So we know it's in the Mirror of Dead Men. We know it's to the east of us. We know it's off the trail somewhere in between us and the house.
And can we get a visual of the map, please, DM?
Sorry, which one? Which map?
The one that like would give us a clear shot of the Mirror of the Dead Man. So I guess like maybe the big map. Yeah, the big map.
Yeah.
Just zoom in on that bit. Zoom in on that bit. Okay, so we are. So we know it's somewhere in the on.
So this is the roadhouse,
Yeah,
right?
highway.
The Harnath Roadhouse or whatever it's called.
Oh, here it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
So because the path leads up that blue thing. So we got
Right.
off at the roadhouse and we traveled underground into the west. So we're somewhere probably closer to the shore, I would guess, on the castle, and then
Okay.
so somewhere between.
You're kind of in the heart of the Mirror of the Dead Men right now. So yeah, so you let me just try to. So the castle is like right, roughly speaking. The castle.
Artiste,
Yeah.
draw me a house.
It's not what I wanted to do. The castle's like in the Mirror of the Dead Men, and the roadhouse is like
Up north and west.
yeah, and the roadhouse is like, along the road or whatever. And so it's like you guys
Dragons are in
traveled
the mountain.
something like that. It's hard to tell exactly where it's located, but you have a general
Okay.
idea.
I see now. Yeah, it's just in that bit, but we don't know if it's more to the north and south. That's just kind of the visual I wanted. I was like east, more north or south. I was like, how could it be both ways? But I get it now. I needed the visual.
Do we really even have a reason Or do you guys have a reason to like even go to the dragons? Like what?
No,
Or-
it's
No.
just
Whoa, Talus? They could have Talus in there.
Talus?
Oh, God.
Talus? Okay, I'm going, guys. Bye.
I mean, I think it's good general knowledge to have where
Yeah.
2 adult black dragons are currently, nesting.
Yeah.
True.
I want to avoid that.
Secondly, if the cult of the dragon is literally about bringing Tiamat back, the mother of dragons. So knowing that if they were to succeed, we have enemies extremely close to us is also kind of a big deal.
Question.
Yeah.
Is black considered one of the colorful dragons or one of the
It is a chromatic
Metal
dragon,
there's
not a
chromatic
metallic.
and metallic.
Okay, metallic is the word we're looking for.
Yeah,
It's considered chromatic then.
correct.
Correct.
So to fill in our fellow adventurers, what we've learned so far is the chromatic dragons are often more ones that are evil, as opposed to ones that are metallic colored, like silver, gold, like those. Not necessarily more benign, but not so evil. Is that correct? Can people confirm that?
Confirmed.
Okay, so
Generally speaking, chromatic dragons are evil. Generally speaking, metallic dragons are good. Obviously, there could always be an exception to the general rule, but if you see a red dragon, just expect that it's going to eat you. Even a gold dragon might eat you, but at least
That's what I'm saying.
It'll say please first.
Yeah, I was like, I don't think the metallic ones are necessarily good. They're just not going to be as evil, right? Their idea of good might be way more objective than what might be good for you, Like you're good as being alive. They're good as getting calories.
Right.
I think despite the evil, it has to do with being like more or less self-serving, right?
Oh, right. I was just thinking more like ethically or morally sound, but I'm not really sure. I haven't met that many dragons.
Dragons are smart
least
creatures. They all have different motives.
Okay, back to the Cassell place.
So
Okay.
just so you guys know, the reason I can't tell you exactly where it's located is because it doesn't say in the module, and I've spent this entire time. It says, okay, I'm just gonna tell you what it says. It says,
Just like screw the game. He like tears down the fourth wall.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I feel like the
so-
Majo has been fucking
no,
this entire
seriously, it
campaign.
says what it says is, characters should not encounter either of these dragons face to face in this adventure. They are likely to meet in the Rise of Tiamat. But I'm literally spent this entire time scrolling through the 100-page Rise of Tiamat module, and I still don't see anywhere where it says where their goddamn lair is.
Maybe
So,
it's just
I
opportunistic
guess it's
writing.
just up to me. Yeah, I guess it's
Yeah,
up
right.
to me.
Yeah, it's a up to you side thing.
But that's like a whole side quest. Like, what are you gonna do with 2 like adult dragons, bro? Like, we're not doing shit to a dragon. We're gonna conversate with them? Like I don't know about all that.
I mean, that's
So-
something that we're literally going to have to, like, at this point, we'd require some kind of army. It'd be some kind of small force.
Yeah,
We would need
to
assistance
take
from
them
the
on.
Order. We would need assistance from the Harpers.
The
We would need
Gauntlet,
assistance
yeah.
from like Neverwinter or Waterdeep. Like,
And then the dragon does a dragon breath and everyone dies.
Most likely,
That would
yeah.
give us an opportunity to attack at least like a couple of times.
There's 2 of them. So one dragon wipes the half of the army, and the other dragon wipes half of the army. And
It flanked
there
the
it
whole
is.
army, bro.
We'll leave it to the initiative roll then. I don't know.
I
Yeah.
mean, out of character, I'm pretty sure.
Here's one dragon breath for you.
I would say out of
There you
character,
go.
I'm pretty sure they're like somewhere in the CR 15-ish range.
What the fuck?
And that's in a cone, right? That's in a fucking cone.
No, it's a line.
Oh, is it a line for these? Okay, that's better, but a little, not much better, but a little better.
Okay.
Do you remember what Resmir did to us with the breath in the doorway?
The lightning breath?
Yeah, it's like that, except more.
Imagine that, but worse.
Remember that cold, the tiny baby cold dragon, white dragon that we saw?
in
What?
Sunless
Which?
Citadel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was omnipotent then. Bryn says in the
Imagine
background.
that thing fucked us over if we didn't put it to sleep.
Thing was rough. We were almost
And that's a baby.
How we fucking
2 adult.
Yeah.
What was that? It was a wormling, right? It wasn't even
Yeah, it
like
was a
white
wormling.
wormling. Fuck.
Well, it was enough to keep in a cage, and that thing got like destroyed the cage. You know, like it had to be repaired with magic.
Oh, good God.
Okay. So we kind of
Okay,
have a general
anyway.
idea of where the dragons are. I mean, we could still try to ask the lizard folk and see if they have any more information about them, but honestly, from what Anthony's saying, if they don't have much, if we don't even know where the hell they are, we probably don't know much about. They might not know anything. But we can ask, and then we need to make sure we get our long rest, and then we set off down for the cellar. Yeah. Is there anything else?
Down for that.
We know essentially everything in the castle, right? The northwest tower holds the garbage monster. The northeast tower holds the giant spiders that we can deal with later. We have some lizard folk as a retinue. We have some cooks in there. The southeast tower was Resmir's tower, and we've cleared that completely out. The only thing up there is that library and the few statues that are expensive, so we can worry about that later. And then the southeast or southwest tower is where we need to go. Upstairs, we haven't been up there, but I think that's just the bedrooms, right? That's where all the cultists came from the first time. So I imagine those are just sleeping quarters. We can always go up there and explore really quick.
Take a quick peek.
Well, before we go
What
down
was
into the
that
cellar.
roll for?
What was that?
Which tower? Sorry.
The
As
southwest tower.
I was asking Anthony what was this roll for, and it's scary. You're all really
Oh.
good, and I'm like, luck is on your side, so we're fucked.
Oh, that was that
Yeah.
dragon. That was a simulated dragon breath roll
Sample dragon breath.
of a singular
so-
adult black dragon, and there's 2 of them, by the way.
So the 66, what is it?
Acid damage.
Yeah, black.
Oh, so I'm literally one-shotted. I'm literally dead.
Yes, all of
Several
you
people are
one-shot.
one-shotted.
Just don't line up. That's easy. Just don't line up.
Just don't stand in a straight line.
Yo, who's gonna jump through the portal? Let's figure that out.
We're not
What
going to.
portal?
We gotta get down to the cellar first.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't even know what's down there.
All right.
I think
Have we?
I think we only found out that was
That's the trash
like,
Oh,
compactor.
you
area.
know,
We don't
you
go
know
there.
you know what's down there, Brian.
Oh,
you know.
the monster, the trash
Yo.
monster's in there.
The trash
Oh!
compactor monster from Star Wars.
it makes sense.
All right, let's go to cellar. Let's just leave that monster to be.
Anthony,
Yeah, so
is it?
just to be clear, sorry, give me one sec. So just to be clear, you guys, this was Resmir's tower here. You
Yes.
did go all the way up to the top. You found Resmir's room. The second floor was like library.
Yes.
The first floor was like a former chapel, and there was a trash room and stuff like that, or like a junk room, I should say. And then this was the lizard folk room. This was the bullywug room. This was the stable. This was the great hall. You just explored the observatory. The only towers that you haven't really looked at are these western towers, the northwest tower and the southwest tower. You know that the southwest tower is where Farblex and Draumor fled to. You hear rumors that there's a trash monster in the north west tower. Okay?
Okay. What's the status on Archimedes? Are we lacking materials to bring?
No, I need a brazier, which I'm sure is somewhere in like Asbara Joss's room, or I'll just steal the cooking pot for a second. And
Yeah, you can find braziers scattered around the castle. Now
I mean,
that
I
you-
find. Are there arrows in this goddamn castle?
Yeah, we haven't
So
found a
it's
single
funny.
fucking yet.
It's funny you say that because there are, but they're in a place that you haven't looked yet, and I should have specified. So the one place that you've been to but you haven't really looked yet is
These
upstairs.
2 west towers.
No, upstairs in the forge area here. So this is the lizard folk forge, and
Where
there's
the
spiral
spiders are?
staircases. No, the
Oh.
spiders are
Ah.
up these stairs here.
Oh, okay.
You haven't
Okay,
gone up
can-
these spiral staircases yet.
There's a forge. Can you make a
Ons-
weapon of Ulfgar within the
Not in
forge?
that amount of time.
You just
yeah.
stabbed me and you want me to make you a weapon?
No,
He was like, oh yeah.
Why don't you use
space.
use Hazaron and use it for materials? Smelt it
Yeah,
down.
Cancel
melt
him.
him,
Sword.
melt him
Got
down. I
it.
was literally gonna say that. Melt him down. He might speak. He might beg for his life.
Yeah, so Snapjaw tells you that there is an quasi arsenal above the lizard folk room up there, and Bryn, you take a look up there. You see that the chamber used to look down over the causeway here, leading from the Barbican into the main castle, and this was primarily a defensive position above the forge. A lot of the stuff that was crafted in the forge usually got stored up here, and it is clearly the warmest part of the castle with the forge directly below it. Let me see here. The lizard folk have a stockpile of weapons here that they've been trying to craft, although nothing as remarkable as what Ulfgar can do given the time and materials. But you are able to locate several quivers of arrows if you want to restock.
Bolts as well. I mean, I only use one, but
Yeah, there's all kinds of ammunition stored here. Nothing exceptional, but certainly will get the job done if the job is killing something.
heck yeah, and that's the job I am good at doing. All right, cool. I return to the party.
Okay.
I'm gonna spend an hour of the long rest back Archimedes. Not already back. I don't see him on the map, but you can cast it as a ritual, so it doesn't eat up a spell. But
Right. I am
also, Laura,
returned.
don't forget to press the long rest button on your character sheet. You still haven't done it.
Yeah, I did.
Oh,
It didn't
But it,
update.
It didn't
it hasn't
update.
updated. Yeah, I don't
Okay.
know why. Like, what am I supposed to do to make it update?
You know
Click
how
your
roll
click
roll
your
20B?
token and manually change your health to 55.
Let me see.
Alright.
55. 55.
Yeah, you have
Huh?
control over it, so I don't know why you wouldn't
It's
be
not-
able to.
Yeah, it's not letting me change. Oh, there you go. Never mind. 5.
Whoa,
55.
went down.
There you go.
All right. Leah, you are no longer concentrating on anything because you guys took a long rest, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. So everybody's full health. You recover half of your used hit dice, or excuse me, half your level in used hit dice, which at this point is 2, I guess. I think you round down.
Yeah, you always run.
Okay. So, what's the play? You guys are going downstairs?
So yeah, to the cellar. This is all down only staircase, right? There's not like a staircase going up on this spot.
There is a staircase going up, yes.
Okay, so there's one going both ways.
Yeah.
May I do a perception to see if I can discern whether or not they went up or downstairs?
Sure. It would be a survival check, though.
Oh, okay. Wait, who has a better survival than I do? I don't know shit about survival.
I think I have a 5 or 4 or 5. I have a 4. I'm proficient in it. If anyone wants help.
I have
Yeah.
4 as well.
Yeah, Ulfgar and Arthur got the business.
Go ahead, Ulfgar. I'll assist you and guide you.
I'm just here with the ideas.
Take a 3. Hey, 26.
You are certain that they ran down the stairs, not up the stairs.
Now, knowing that, would it be better for us to clear the upstairs, or should we just prioritize them and focus downstairs.
I was gonna ask Anthony. I was like, is it worth going up and rolling, or can we just? Is there anything up there that? It's up to you.
There's stuff up there, yeah.
I'm not. I'm not asking. Is there stuff up there? I'm more asking like, is it something that we can just narratively talk through, like theater of the mind stuff, instead of like moving tokens, changing maps? Like, is it? Can we just?
Sure.
It's like, is it a walk up there type beat and know
I'm
what's
not-
up
yeah,
there
yeah.
and just deal with it, or are we going to like have to worry
So,
about?
well, yeah, no, I mean, at this point, you guys have basically eliminated the cult of the dragon. You've eliminated the bullywugs. The lizard folk are your allies, if not at least neutral towards you. So, it's safe to go upstairs. As we discussed, the lizard folk and the bullywugs inhabited the area to the south. Rezmir had I guess it'd be I keep getting that wrong. The east. Northeast tower. Rezmir had the south. This is the cultist tower. This is the tower that the cult of the dragon occupied. Its forces. Its barracks basically. As you go upstairs, so you guys are now here. As you come up the stairs, you enter. Hold on, let me check the errata because I think this is. No, it's not. Okay. Okay, so as you come up the stairs, you enter into areas where the cultists slept. The lowest ranking cultists sleep closest to the stairs. There are lots of reed mattresses, clearly constructed by the lizard folk for the cultists, and several wooden trunks containing, simple belongings, clothing, paper, just kind of, basic goods. There is a small stone hearth that in each room that can be lit to provide warmth during the winter, but otherwise these rooms are basically just bunks, lots of beds stacked next to each other where people can sleep when they're not on duty guarding the castle. As you go to the third floor, again, you come up the stairs and there are more middle-ranking cultists here. Again, there's hearths to keep warm, mattresses and trunks. One room in particular here appears to be unused. A portion of the roof and the northwestern wall here appears to have collapsed into the chamber due to the castle's age, and so nothing's really used here. But interestingly, the door is kept locked. But Bryn's able to, with time and care, easily bypass that, and you guys are able to examine it. This room here is appears to be like a study. There's evidence that there's desks and stools and a water basin. There's evidence that it was being used to practice simple magical crafts here. Cultists trying to learn cantrips and practice manipulating the weave at a very basic level. But there's nothing in particular of any wealth anywhere in this tower. Again, all of the mattresses are made of reeds, and the wooden trunks are of simple construction and just hold basic supplies, books and quills, pens, nothing of superior value.
Would it be possible? I know you said not superior value, but would it be possible to replenish my herbs and charcoal from this room? Like, do you think there's simple enough things?
Yeah, here in this study, you could probably find some.
Cool. Then that's what I'll do. I'll even resummon Archimedes up here if I haven't already.
This would be a perfect place to do it. Yeah.
Perfect. Okay. Then
Oh,
yeah. Go ahead.
sorry, I don't want to interrupt. Well, I don't see my token. and then I didn't want to interrupt you.
Yeah, it's on the first floor. I just didn't bother dragging it up here because
Oh, that's fine. Then.
we're just
Then don't worry
talking
about it. Yeah,
Yeah.
Don't worry about it. Then.
Okay, so with the clearing of this tower done, you guys head back down to the first floor, and the stairs down with the obvious tracks beckon you.
Down we go, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, down we go. Everybody has dark vision, right?
Yeah.
I do, yes.
Out to what range? I think it's normally 60, but warlocks can sometimes get it up to 120.
Yeah, mine's like 120.
Don't you
It's,
have angel sight or whatever?
Correct, yeah. I was just about to do that. Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Also, just a reminder: if you're using the measuring tool, you can uncheck the toggle for broadcast to others, and then it won't leave your measurements up on the map for everybody else. Okay, copy. Pasting. Can I get a marching order, please? Heading down the stairs. They're wide enough to go two abreast if you choose, or if you'd rather be one, single file, that's fine too.
Well, Leah definitely does not want to be in front of Eve. She doesn't want her back
I
to Eve
could-
right now. So she's
Yeah,
just
I could.
Phew.
You could go. Yeah. Gotcha.
I say yeah. Let's go 2-2-2 and just. I'm fine with being in front.
How's Eve feeling right now? How you doing, Eve?
True. What's going on?
I'll be fine.
Also, what are you
Still
wielding?
trust.
Are you wielding just a normal longsword?
Yeah, I'm still using him, but not really
Okay.
like connect. Just normal, no bonuses.
I want to. So early on,
I want to melt him.
wanna
I want to melt him if it's possible.
Early on, like in our adventure together, there was a moment when Eve killed like a hostage, essentially. I think it was like a goblin, or it was something like low. It might have been a kobold. I don't remember. We were trying to interrogate it. We had it like tied up, and Eve just like killed it. And I remember me and Arthur and Eve got into it, and I used prestidigitation to like completely clean Eve. Eve was like, reveling in the blood, reveling in the dirt, and so I used prestidigitation to like clean her. She was perfectly clean, scrub her clean. And I want to do the opposite in this kind of case. I want to like pat Eve on the shoulder and use prestidigitation to like lightly like soil her, if that makes sense, right? Like put dirt. Like I want her to feel like she's been in battle. Like my confidence is
no.
still with Eve, and I want her to feel like, you just took a long rest. You're rested. We'll get through this, and I want to make her just a little dirty, just a little.
Okay, so you
Dirty
cast
girl.
prestidigitation, which requires both a verbal and a somatic component, and at this point, you casting a spell may not necessarily draw too much attention from your allies, especially those who are familiar with the art and can identify the spell as a simple cantrip. But in any event, there is a sign that you did cast a spell, and then you pat Eve on the shoulder, and a kind of a dust cloud that maybe shouldn't have been there kind of rises up and settles upon her shoulders and the rest of her tunic.
Thank you. Just stop crying again.
We'll get through this, Eve.
Yeah.
Brendan,
the
do
tears.
you want it to be in the front?
Brandon, I think he's talking to
sorry?
you. Do you want Bryn to be up front?
Are we doing a perception type beat as we approach? Sorry, I just came back from getting water.
We're just trying to figure out.
Marching order.
Yeah, we're just trying to figure out marching order. I think
Get in
Leah's in the
back.
back, so she can keep an eye on Eve, right?
Mhm.
Okay. Yes.
Okay.
Get in the back of the
Arthur,
bus.
you want to be next to Eve?
I either want to be next to Eve to show my support, or next to Leah to kind of keep an eye on Leah. Like, we still don't know Leah and Gore like amazingly well. And obviously, I mean, it's reasonable for Leah to be kind of suspicious of Eve because, you know, again, Eve just kind of went off and went crazy. But I mean, I think Leah's a smart enough person. She's familiar with magic. She knows that like the sword had a big influence on that, right? We've heard the sword talk. It's talked out loud to us. Eve has had direct conversations with it. We're familiar with this. So I don't know. Yeah, I mean, unless somebody else wants to be in the back, I want to be like directly behind Eve, like almost between Eve and Leah. Just
Okay.
as kind of like a barrier there, unless anyone
Alright,
has any objections to that.
Who wants to join Eve in the second rank then?
I can be in the front too. I don't mind.
Okay.
Or
I
get in the back.
I don't want to be next to Eve or near
Ulfgar,
her.
you can stand in the front. I'll stand next to Eve.
Okay.
Jeez.
Dude. Cries more.
I mean, I don't say that out loud. I just don't want to be near
Yeah.
you.
Yeah. That's fair. That's fair. Okay.
It's
That's
not
fair.
like I'm on your face. Hey, I don't want to be near you.
To
Just
be
do
fair,
it.
you are still
Hey.
wielding the sword.
Yeah, there's also that. You're holding the sword that almost killed me.
Well, it's in the back.
It's a nice weapon.
So-
I don't blame you.
Ulfgar,
It's
years
a nice-
years from now, we're gonna laugh about this.
I hope so.
Eve's
Okay,
gonna make
you guys-
Hawazar her bitch.
you guys kind of proceed down the stairway,
Spooky.
feeling yourself entering
Dang.
natural stone construction as opposed to artificial stone construction. As you see the rough-hewn walls of the dungeon rise up around you, the stairs make a sharp 90-degree turn to the right, which is, well, I don't know what the map is, but let's see, it would be. That doesn't say. In any event,
We have like a small cube right here.
yeah. So there's the stairs turn to the right. You're not sure whether that's north or south, as your bearings are already starting to kind of get lost as you lose sight of the sky.
Dang, we descending then.
I mean, Ulfgar should be just fine, right? How do
Yeah.
you feel, Ulfgar? I mean, is this natural? I mean, I can understand if it's magical, right? Like if the cult is kind of carved this out in a magical way or put like protections against it. But if it's just a standard cave system, I would imagine Ulfgar probably isn't.
Ulfgar is certain that you guys are currently facing west, and that if you make this turn to the right, you'll be facing north.
Oh, okay. So we're gotcha. We're coming down the stairs in like this direction. Okay, got it. Ulfgar doesn't have dark vision though, does he?
Yeah,
I have
dwarves do.
I have 60
Oh,
feet.
that was a dumb thing to say. And half orcs?
You got
Do we all-
dwarves, half orcs get it, elves get it, half elves get it.
Yeah,
Leah's
they
a
can
t-
all get it.
and Leah's a
The-
tiefling, so I guess we all have it, right?
Yep. The only no, Leah's not a tiefling. Leah's not a tiefling.
Oh, you're a high elf. You're an elf, aren't you? Like a
Yeah, she's a high elf. Yeah.
okay.
No,
well,
the only races that don't get dark vision are humans, halflings, and dragonborn, which makes no fucking
I
sense
agree.
at all.
at least
That's-
with the, like
that's
one
some.
of the like colors, like one of the sub races.
They don't get dark vision?
No, dragonborn don't, halflings don't, and humans don't. Everybody else
I mean,
gets dark vision, which makes like lighting and everything fucking stupid. But, sorry,
I mean,
YouTube.
I would say elves should not have, and the dragons should have.
Yeah, it's weird.
I think
Or should have it.
Nerf Neblins maybe should have the dark vision, but I don't think normal gnomes should have it. But I think they're
Right.
aren't they messing with the
I
next
agree.
one, like with light though, as far as like dim
I
vision,
don't
dim
know.
light, and I think they're changing
I
some
d-
things with.
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know. In any
So-
event,
Yes.
are you guys trying to proceed stealthily? Are you rushing? Are you cracking jokes? Fake
I'm
fart
gonna-
noises?
I'm down.
We
to go.
own this place. We're walking like we own this place because we do. Is not
Speaking of
mine.
that,
It's not ours.
speaking of that, where is Hazaron? Eve, did you have it with you still?
Yeah, it's in my bag.
Did you
Maybe,
fix your character sheet to reflect that it's just a +1 greatsword right now?
Yeah, I did.
Okay, thank
I
you.
did.
Guys, I'm kind of worried about bringing Hazaron to this elf dude.
I mean, she's
Yeah.
not attuned to it anymore, right? So
I'm not attuned to
But
it.
it
You
can
won't
wake
hear.
up and like connect with them somehow, or I don't know, like
It
what.
could trigger something. Yeah,
I
I
mean,
don't know.
I don't think it can. Just because it's
If
sentient
he-
doesn't mean it's like all powerful, right? It couldn't do anything to Eve that we know of. Eve wasn't able to unlock its potential until she formed a connection with it, right?
She had to attune to it.
Right. So I think if it was to exert control over Eve again, she would have to attune to it again. And if it was going to aid another person, they would have to attune to it, which takes an hour. Like even with the identify spell, let's out of character stuff, right? Like identify negates the hour that you have to spend with the item to identify or to figure out what it does, right? So even with the identify spell, it would still take another hour on top of that to attune to the weapon. So Eve would have to lose it. It would have to be picked up by a bad guy, and then they would need at least 1 hour to attune to it. And
Unless Dralmor has an ability that lets him attune instantly to magic items.
I mean, maybe we've not heard anything about that. That we wouldn't know anything about that. Even out of character, I wouldn't know anything about that.
That sounds
Hey,
broken
man.
as fuck, to be honest.
Yeah.
I just
That
came up with it to
sounds
scare
so
you.
fucking broken.
I just came up with it to scare you guys.
And we know that it was attuned to Resmir before it was attuned to Eve. So I'm not
That's
worried.
true.
I'm not worried about Hawazar anymore, to be honest. Like right now, I'm not worried about the sword.
I
itself.
know. Okay, I'm
am.
like, hey man,
I mean,
my first talking sword. All right, like I
My
don't
first
know
talking
shit about
sword.
shit. All right.
I get it.
Okay. Anyways, I personally, as Bryn, I whisper like I prefer we go stealthily. You know, like that's
The
kind of my
rogue wants to go
thing.
stealthily. Wow, who would have thought?
Eve says loudly, but we own this place.
Eve doing the thriller
Shush.
dance. It looks like Bryn's doing the thriller dance. Cause this is thriller. Okay. Anyway, I'd like to go.
Stealthy
I don't
walk.
mind stealthy. I do want to go around this corner and get an idea of what we're looking at, though. Like we're just standing in a fucking hallway.
Doesn't Bryn have like that mirror thing?
True.
I like
look around the
extendo.
corner, man.
All right, I would
Okay.
love to. I kind of like
Alright.
shimmy past Ulfgar.
Okay, go ahead and give me a stealth check, Bryn.
All right. With my hood on, that gives me advantage. I roll. What?
Oh no.
Don't say that.
I can't really guide him because of the verbal component. I'd also have to roll a stealth check. So
Okay, so Bryn, you're able to scoot up to the corner and you extend your little mirror around the corner and try to peer into the distance. You do see a cavern that opens up with some kind of body of water. It looks like some kind of underground lake or stream or pool or something. The cavern extends out from where you are. The cavern extends out almost past the limits of your dark vision.
Dang. Okay. So I kind of like collapse it and I turn around and I would love to do a performative gesture to describe what I saw to the party with no verbal
Okay.
component, naturally.
Okay. Kind of like, hey, around the corner, big fucking hole. Watch out for the water.
Oh my god.
can we? Wait. Okay.
Is
Firstly,
he dancing?
I
Is
want to
this a
say
dance?
that we're following cultists down here, right? So they know we're coming. But also, it's been 8 hours. We took a long rest. It's been like closer to 10 because we explored the central observatory and then we like took a long rest, and then we observed, or we went up and like searched the southwest tower. It's been like 10 hours since we've been
I
down
don't
here.
know,
So
man.
like they either
They-
know we're coming or they've given up. So
Bryn
Or
trips
they went
and
through the portal.
drops.
I mean, yeah.
Bryn trips and drops all his stuff down the stairs, all the clanking sound and everything. But that's
my essentials.
My essentials. What the fuck?
All right. Okay. Well, if
As
there's,
you
there's no immediate danger.
as you kind of sit here, no, there's no immediate danger. As you kind of sit here, your eyes slowly, adjust to the darkness. Your other senses kind of elevate. You realize above you the cavern ceilings. Well, right above you is the castle, so it's hard to say. But as you reach to kind of look down at the bottom of the landing here, it looks like the ceilings are roughly 10 feet high. There's no light emanating from the area to the north, but you do hear the faint sounds of dripping water, the occasional scratching rodent or scrabbling lizard. The sound itself doesn't necessarily carry well, but there is kind of this weird echoing cave, dripping vibe going on. You don't hear the sounds of any creature in particular that sounds like a threat, but it is very kind of ominously
Suspicious.
dark. Yeah, ominously dark.
Can
The
we-
too quiet type vibe.
What is our priority as a group? Are we trying to clear this cellar in order to like secure the castle kind of thing, or are we immediately following like? Are we looking for footprints? Are we like attempting to follow the cultists? Like what?
I think we're trying to just see like what's down here and see if they're here, if they escaped with the portal, or I don't know.
Right, but I guess my
Well-
question is our priority to look around? Like, are we Baldur's gating this shit and taking every side quest we can find, or are we like, is our priority to find the cultists? Like, should we be looking for footprints, or are we gonna meander around this cave system and hope for the best?
Gore feels like we should just go. Gore's kind of getting fed up.
Go where?
Yeah, to be
I say down
To
with
be
the cultists.
to be fair, Eve also wants to follow the cultists
Okay.
and stay with this place. But if you guys need anything from it, or you feel like the need to like spend some more time, she also have objection to that.
No, I mean, so Eve wants to go for the cultists. Gore, do you want to also go for the cultists?
Yes.
Okay, direct to cultists. Leah, what are you thinking?
Direct to cultists because we can just come back to the castle.
Sure. Ulfgar?
Cultist.
Cultist. Bryn?
Let's do the cultists.
Okay, so it sounds like we're mostly in agreement, right? We don't need to explore every nook and cranny of this place. We just need to make sure the cultists are out of here. If they've taken the portal out, then so be it. We'll cross that bridge when we get there. So we should probably, once we get down there, start looking for footprints, start looking for signs of where the cultists went. Like the most recent cultists, right? It's been 10 hours, we know that. But if there was any movement, it was probably at least 10 hours ago. So we need to go for that. Yeah. Cool.
Yep.
We stealthing?
I think we still go stealthily and slowly, sure. We just need to also keep an eye out for footprints. So I think it's you and I, Ulfgar. I'll help you since you're in the front. I'll keep an eye out too, but and then I can. I'm less worried about the stealth, and more interested in following the footprints or following the signs correctly. So I'll guide you on survival checks. If that makes sense, rather than guide anyone particular on stealth checks. Because I think Gore and Eve. Well, I know Gore for a fact. And Ulfgar, do you?
There's disadvantage
Ulfgar
already,
too,
and
right? You guys are
Gore.
both disadvantaged.
Yeah, they're
through your
both
armor, so
disadvantaged.
it's like
Yeah.
stealth is not necessarily our party's strong suit as a whole. Okay.
Well,
Stealthily
so
push
what's the
around the
plan?
corner, look for signs of cultist movement.
Everybody go ahead and give me a stealth check.
Oh, good
No.
God.
Stealth isn't exactly my. Ooh.
Where's stealth? Oh,
Oh
good
man.
God, I can't.
Balls.
Go from an 18 to a 9.
Holy.
Bell's critting too. 2 crits on
Damn.
stealth.
Jeez.
Eve, why are you?
No, but I'm
That's gotta-
disadvantaged.
Why are you disadvantaged?
My armor. Wait, no. Oh, actually,
I don't
is
think
it?
What armor?
there's only one leather armor, I think, or one medium armor that has disadvantage
No.
on stealth.
What's my armor? Let me check. Scale mail. I really forgot. Is the scale mail have a disadvantage? Let me check.
Yes, you actually do. Never mind.
Rip.
Yes, then.
I was like, there's only one medium armor that has it, and it's just that one.
That is that one.
It's the one you got.
Rest in peace, my 20. If only it was an attack, I would
Okay.
have been more happy.
Oh, there's 2 medium armors. Scale mail and half plate, apparently. Both do have disadvantage. I was wrong. There's 2. I need
Yeah,
to get you
I
some
think
half plate.
Is it expensive?
750
I need
gold
like-
pieces, but right now she's got.
We got money. Yeah.
I got money. I'm rich.
Y'all are
I could
right
be
now.
a duke if I want.
A duke.
We're stacking with money right now.
And we got a whole
I
castle.
just
full. We got a
witnessed.
whole
I
library.
literally,
upstairs.
we have an employed castle.
We need to start our own LLC at this point.
Oh, humble beginnings. We went from saving Greeness on some common quest to fucking being
on down to
employers.
Glory
Castle-
Holers
Castle
Inc.
Glory Hole LLC. Yeah. Okay. So you guys kind of stealthily creep around the corner. Eve and Ulfgar in their armor, and even Gore makes a little bit of noise. Mel, Bryn, and Arthur are virtually silent, and your dark vision extends out 60 feet, revealing an empty kind of area in front of you and a shallow puddle of water at the edge of your vision.
Are we going out to just the minimum dark vision, or?
Oh, I'm sorry. You have 120. I
was
keep
No,
gonna
you're
forgetting.
fine.
say-
I'm not complaining. I was just
Yeah.
asking
Yeah,
if
so-
it's easier for you.
So I'll just describe it for you, Arthur. But the puddle continues about another 15, 20 feet until it hits a rock wall.
Ulfgar, I'll guide you if you want to start looking for. You know what? We're gonna skip the guidance for now. If we're trying to be stealthy, I'd rather not roll a stealth check every time I'm talking. So if you want to, I'll still aid you. But if you want to start looking for signs of the cultists, see if we can get a direction, whether we're going west or
Okay.
east.
Alright,
And you
I'll
can just
roll
roll
that.
with advantage from. Hey, look at that.
So from here, it's difficult to tell, but you do see a lot of bullywug shaped footprints heading in the west to east direction, I guess.
So from the west to the east.
From the west to the east. Bullywug, there are lots of bullywug footprints kind of going this direction. There's lots going back too, but there's less there's no human shaped
What
footprints.
was
kind
our
of
thing?
Oh
walking
yeah.
through.
No, is that from the Sunless
That-
Citadel campaign?
That's like y'all doing
yeah.
that, and like I'm just confused. What?
Oh, I wasn't there either. It
People are
was only
flapping
Leah
their
and Gore.
I
hands.
guess what I'm
Yeah.
I guess what I'm trying to say is that Ulfgar, you notice that any any lizard folk or cultist footprints that are coming this way appear to come up the stairs. But there are some bullywug footprints that look to bypass the stairs in this direction, but you don't see any cultist or lizard folk footprints. It looks like all the foot traffic from cultists and lizard folk coming down the stairs goes kind of this way and up the stairs, and there's nothing. The only footprints that go this way or come this way are bullywug footprints.
To the west it is then.
To the west.
Okay. Go ahead and give me stealth checks.
Good job, Ulfgar. You really survived the shit out of that one.
Yeah. Really
Yo,
checked out those.
69.
Dang!
Oh god. We're not stealthy at all.
It's alright, it happens.
That one was a little rough. Moving from 2 crits to me rolling at 1.
Another stealth check. Sorry.
Mhm.
Oh.
Yeah, you guys are moving. You guys are moving into the chamber and trying to look to the west.
Not much better.
Doesn't even fucking matter.
Gore got a
Better.
6, Arthur got a 3, Ulfgar got a 5, you got a 2. Okay, so as a group, you guys are obscenely loud. Bryn just kind of shakes his head and rolls his eyes, and Mel kind of tries to stifle a little giggle as several of you, stumble down the steps a little bit. But you make your way into the entryway of the chamber here. Well, let's do this. Move forward slowly as you guys kind of creep forward, 10, 15 feet at a time, looking around, trying to peer through the gloom and the darkness with your dark vision. Okay, let me see. Okay, so as you approach the chamber, your vision opens up, and you're no longer stuck in a tunnel, and you're able to see basic outline of the chamber. This. Can someone measure from Gore 60 feet to the northwest? A little bit more north.
60 feet?
Yeah. That's the range of dark vision. Thank you. Okay. How's that look? So, so you guys are able to peer through the gloom. Arthur, you're not really in a position to see it, but the chamber does extend farther northwest beyond the edge of your dark vision. To the southeast, there is another passage with stairs that head down, I think. Yes, to the southeast. The stairs actually head up to the southeast. They head up slightly. The puddle in the middle of the cavern takes shape, and you're able to see from here that it's not very deep, but it is kind of standing water. And I really mean that. It's not very deep at all. It looks like perhaps maybe it's a foot deep or so near the center of it. You can see the stone beneath it. It's not like it's dark or anything. It's just a kind of a depression in the center of the cavern that's filled with water, but you could easily pass through it. Again, it's only like it maybe knee-high water for some of the shorter folks.
Is it? I mean, I know it's dark and we're in a cave. Does it appear to be like clear? You said we can see the stones underneath, but is that due to the clarity of the water, or because it's just so shallow that we can see through it? Like, is there anything? I guess.
Dark vision is dark. Yeah, dark vision is gray scale. Gray. What is it called?
Yeah, I understand. Your grayscale.
Grayscale. It's hard to say whether there's any color to it or whether. I mean, it's not clear water. It's got some murk to it. But but it is shallow enough that you're able to see that it's really just like a puddle that seeps into there.
I mean,
There's
guys
this
can
deal over here.
you guys can see that far. I mean, that's where the bullywugs were heading. We don't really care about them, right?
Okay.
At the
Oh,
moment.
that's where they're heading?
Yeah, we
okay.
saw
Yeah, so-
all the bullywug footprints were going from west to east, and they're going probably, I mean, that direction. But all the cultists and lizard folk footprints seem to come from the west. We don't see very many
Yeah.
going that
Maybe
way,
this is-
but
Maybe this is a better way to do it. So if you think about this line right here, if this cuts the cavern in half, the only footprints that you guys see to the right of this line are bullywug footprints. There are bullywug footprints all over the cavern, but to the right there are no cultist or lizard folk footprints. It appears that only bullywugs go this way and come from this way.
right now we don't. care
Everybody
about
I'll be right
everybody
back,
else
guys.
sits down here goes
Okay.
this way and comes
Okay.
from this way. If that makes sense.
Yep. Makes sense.
Thanks to
Alright.
Ulfgar's excellent survival check.
Agreed. It's excellent.
Most excellent.
Wayne's
Alright.
World. Excellent.
We followed the cultist feet.
Yeah, we just keep
Okay.
pushing to the northwest.
All right, go ahead and give me another stealth check. We'll just assume that Eve fails it.
At this point. I'm vulnerable too.
I can't wait for you guys to all roll great when like stealth really matters, and then Hazaron's like, "They're right here."
Over here!
Can he still talk if he's not attuned or whatever?
Maybe we'll find.
That's a great question. I don't know. I actually don't know the answer to that question.
Sorry, I'm stupid. I keep forgetting to segregate them. Where did this round of stealth checks start?
I think I was the first to roll.
Okay.
No, I already rolled. I rolled a 17.
Yeah, same.
Oh, were you the first to roll then? Oh.
Oh yeah, okay. I wasn't sure if that was from prior or not.
Yeah, I
No,
didn't
because
see
you
it
crit
either.
you crit the first one, then you rolled an 18, and then you rolled a 17 for Leah. Yeah. Okay.
So we're still waiting for.
Brandon, is that your 25 current?
Yep, that is me, so I went first.
Okay. So 1, 2, and then at least 3
Needed
failed.
one from
Okay.
Eve.
Okay. All right. So you guys go ahead and proceed to the northwest as you kind of round the cavern corner here. Let me just back you up for a second just so I don't advance you too far. So as you kind of turn the corner and come into the chamber, Arthur, your dark vision or angelic sight extends farther to the northwest, and you see the passageway leads to stairs which descend into some other area in the far north northwest of the chamber. And as you guys, you kind of tell everybody, I assume you share that, hey, there's more stairs going down up there, right? Not like you guys are, need to be quiet anymore with these stealth checks, but in any event, you inform them that there's stairs that way, and
Dude, ours.
your vision opens up some more.
For the sake of interest, as we get closer to like this area over here, is it possible? Does this lead down south?
Oh,
or-
I'm sorry. There's one other detail I wanted to let you know. So, in the entryway here, kind of by the stairs, there was there's a lantern that hangs next to the entrance way, but it's doused at the moment. Arthur, you also see another lantern kind of by this stairwell up here, but it is also doused. Just so you guys know. So if you want to light them, you can. If you don't want to, you don't have to. But just so you know.
I mean, are we gonna try to continue on with this stealth, or? I mean, I guess with the rolls, like we don't necessarily know how stealthy we are, right? I mean, we don't. there's no way of knowing if an enemy's hearing
All we can
us.
do is try.
All we can do
you
is
know?
try, right? So I guess
All we can do is
if the plan was to stealth before, the plan should be continue to stealth, and then we just don't light the lanterns. We all have dark vision. We can all see just fine without it. You know.
I agree.
So you guys continue proceeding up past here. As you get to about here, your vision to the east opens up, and you do see.
What's down
Can
that
someone?
pond?
Can someone measure 60 feet from to the east from like Ulfgar?
I mean, it's not much. I can see out to here though.
Ow!
Okay. So the rest of you see a kind of small crevice. There's a gap in the wall, but it's only about 3 feet high above the water. So the water here in the center is about a foot deep or so, and the ceiling is 3 or 4 feet above that. So it's about a 5-foot passageway kind of through the wall. Arthur, you can see beyond it. You do see kind of the puddle continue in a easterly direction, and then it kind of runs into more stone surface, and the stone kind of the depression ends and the stone rises up, and the puddle stops somewhere over there. But you can see another kind of like outcropping of stone, and then more puddle beyond that as it reaches the back wall of the chamber.
Is there anything unusual? Like, is there anything like, I don't know. We haven't seen any really life forms in here either. Or rather, are we? Are there general signs of like bats or insects, rats? You said we heard like scurrying of animals.
Yeah, there are some scurrying, small creatures, very tiny lizards or mice or rodents, frogs. Nothing out of the ordinary. Nothing threatening. Just kind of basic subterranean wildlife, but most of which just simply flees as soon as your presence is made known.
Okay.
And it's been made known since you've tried to descend these stairs.
Sure.
But you do see there is some kind of other chamber back there. It's impossible to tell whether it's accessed. There, no footprints given the nature of the puddle, but there is certainly something over there.
We check it out.
I mean, it's not a
I mean,
priority
with the
right
water,
now, right? Who cares?
yeah, it's not. We're not trying to check nook and cranny.
I can
mean,
see
at
that
least
far out.
like,
There's nothing like out of the ordinary. It's a cave.
okay, yeah, at least like with the water being still water and it's not really having a nature of any type of flow. There's footprints in the water. We'd see it, right?
No, because it's like hard stone down here. There is some mud which does leave tracks, but when you walk through the puddles, the puddle here, that kind of removes that from the equation.
Okay, that's fine.
I mean, I say we just continue on to the northwest here.
Agreed. Let's press on.
We can.
All
This
right.
is all stuff we can explore. Like, once the immediate threat, I guess, once the cultists are taken care of.
I guess
Okay.
Leo would just be concerned that there'd be something in there that could come up behind us.
Sure,
Good
but we could
point.
say
Yeah,
the
we
same
don't-
about like every other path we.
Yeah.
We'll just
If
be
you run,
You know.
if you run through as fast as you can, nothing can catch you from behind.
There you go.
Wait, what?
just sprint through it, and then nothing can sneak up on
We
you.
should make Anthony use chase rolls. That's what we should do.
Oh God.
We're just gonna run from every encounter and make him chase us.
Okay.
Chase
I
rolls
think
suck.
two
Chase rolls.
adult black dragons can probably catch you guys pretty easily.
They're not
Okay,
down
dude.
here. We know where they are.
Would they even fit in this place?
No.
Okay. So someone go ahead and give me 60 feet from Gore. Okay. So let's see. As you kind of approach the so here, in the interest of time, I'll just assume you guys are trying to be stealthy, and if it actually matters at some point, I will ask for stealth checks. And if you fail, it'll be too late to like say, "Oh, let's do," like you're trying to sneak, and rather than have you roll every time you move, I'm just assuming you're trying to sneak, and at some point, if it becomes necessary, you'll roll, and you'll either have alerted whoever's
True.
there or
Just like
not.
Baldur's
So.
Gate.
Okay, so the steps here to the northwest descend roughly 5 feet or so into another chamber, and
Before we move up, does this round off down here, or does this open up as well? Is there anything that I can see, or is it just a wall?
yeah.
We have
So
this
the steps actually go up to another area, and so it's hard for you to see what's over there, but you can see the edge of the. I'll give you the edge of the steps.
I'm sorry, it was less the northwest. I was measuring to the southeast. Now that we
Yeah,
have an angle on. Oh, okay. Oh, sorry.
That's what I'm saying. So you can
apologize.
see that that's okay. So you can see that the steps here, ascend to another area, but because it's going up,
Sure.
it's hard for you to see what it goes to.
Okay.
But there's clearly something that direction.
Gotcha. Do we know about how far below we are? Like, how far did the stairwell go?
Not, I mean, not obscenely far. You're not in the Underdark. You're under the castle, but it is definitely underground. These are natural walls, not hewn stone or anything. This is like this was carved out roughly by somebody, but it is deep enough under the castle that it's got its own wildlife. And again, the castle's been here for centuries, so things come and go, and habitats change, Earth moves, whatever. Okay, so peer down the steps into this chamber before you, and you see a ledge that divides the eastern part of the chamber here from the western part of the chamber here. And they always draw it weird. It goes down.
Okay,
Goes down. So this is the raised area here, and then there's a precipice, like a 15-foot drop off that goes down to a lower area here.
We're descending deeper into the cave, more or less.
Yes, so you've gone downstairs to another platform, and then this line right here is the top of the ledge, and it drops off going this way to this area down here that's even lower. So it's all downhill from here.
My knees.
There is here in the center of this chamber, dominating this chamber, is a wooden crank-powered crane that looks to have been set up for the purpose of lowering, heavy crates down to this drop off down the cliff. Essentially, they could carry down cargo and loot and treasure and move it down this cliff area using this wooden crane that's been set up.
That all makes sense. Okay. Yeah.
There's also a wooden ladder lashed to the ledge for climbing up and down. You can see the tips of the ladder protruding up over the ledge here.
I'm sorry, did you say how deep can we see from here? Do we know how deep it is?
15 feet, he said.
It's roughly 15 foot.
Are the cultist footprints continuing this direction?
Yes.
It's the only way they can go, right? It's
Yes.
the only way we can go, so it's probably the only way they can go.
Hey, man.
Yeah, you guys missed the secret door.
Yeah, if the footsteps went into the wall and it was actually at 9 3/4.
There's an opaque mirror directly to our left. It wants to know if you know who Tam is.
Speak
Oh,
friend
God.
and enter. Okay, so I'm just gonna assume you guys are proceeding.
Mm-hmm.
Go to something.
Yeah.
Okay,
Nah, we're
roll
done.
initiative. Just kidding.
They're not here. We lost them.
Okay, so as you kind of enter this chamber here, all right. Go ahead and give me 60 feet. More south. Sorry, more south. Like straight west. Yeah, there we go. Okay. So you see the area, the cavern kind of curves west and narrows and drops down into another area here.
Would it make it easier if I just sent fucking Archimedes ahead 100 feet? He has 120 feet of dark vision. What's that gonna get us?
You can try to do your interpretive dancing.
Look at him, right there. I can see through his eyes.
Fuck. That has to be errata. No shot.
100 feet.
About what?
100 feet from me.
What did I miss? Right?
Absolutely nothing, Laura.
Nothing.
Fucking-
Absolutely nothing.
This room here has a crane. This room in here, is the top of a ledge. This ledge goes down 15 feet. This room has a fucking crane in it to lower shit down, and there's a ladder.
Bro, I think I'm losing my mind, bro.
I'm
Something
telling you,
has to
that's what
fucking
I'm saying.
happen.
Archimedes, we just placed him here. Look at him out there, 100 feet. Give me a radius. I don't give a shit anymore. I'll alert. I want to call out to these fuckers. Where are they?
Okay.
Let's go.
So
Yeah.
so the cultist plan is working. You guys are getting impatient.
We're
Okay.
moving 30 feet at a time.
I told you guys.
Plays
just walk
Baldur's
like
Gate
you
3 once.
do.
I'm
All
literally
this
sweating.
has-
How fucking annoying this
F5,
is.
F5, F5, F5. Fucking.
Yeah, Anthony, can we reload?
Okay.
Can we?
So go ahead. That sounded like something actually important.
Me? I was gonna say, can we just walk like we all in this place? Like
Sure.
do it Eve style? Let's go.
Yeah, I feel like we
Let's
killed
go.
everyone. Can we just
I was
go?
trying to give you guys some ambiance, but
Everyone's horny for action. They all just finished watching each other play BG3 and they're like,
Well,
Blood.
according to our stealth checks, yeah, pretty much.
so so this area that you look down the ledge from, you look down into this area and you actually can't see the floor as you look deeper into the chamber. A strange kind of mist flowing from the west to the east fills the chamber and covers the floor as in like a fog almost. Arthur, you're able to see the area ahead. You're able to see the end of the wall, and the path kind of splits, and it branches in two different directions. One heading farther west, and then one heading kind of southwest. So like
Up
the
and
chamber
down.
wall, the
Got it.
chamber wall ends here roughly. And then there's a passage going this way and a passage going this way.
Got it. Trying to think. Leah, do you have anything that isn't gonna waste a real spell slot that might move this mist? I don't really have much. I mean, I can send Archimedes out. If you give me like 10 minutes, I can create an unseen servant and send the servant out, but I think that's even less range. I think it's 60 feet as opposed to Archimedes 100 feet, so other than
Yeah.
that,
You want to actually send Archimedes out? You can have him scout for you.
I mean, yeah, I'll at least send him to the junction of these two, right? You said one
Okay.
goes northwest and one goes southwest, and he's got 100
Yeah.
feet of dark vision too. So
Okay, so as he flies through the chamber above the mist, he alerts you that there's actually another third passageway that heads this way that you couldn't see because of this outcropping right here.
Okay.
This kind of outcropping blocked your vision of it, but there's 3 passages out of this chamber. There's one this way, and one this way. This one has stairs that descend further. This one leads to a large lake. And this one is a narrow chamber that he can't really see past. I mean, a narrow passageway that he can't really see past.
okay. I mean, we just need to get Ulfgar up there so we can see if we can find tracks again, right? Like,
Yep.
see if the cultists went somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
There's a ladder here. I imagine we have, unless we're rushed, we can all just like help each other down the ladder.
Hmm?
Unless Laura's feeling lazy, and then we can lower her on the crane. Sorry if Eve's feeling lazy.
Between these 3 paths, which one is everyone vibing with the most?
Well, we need to get up there and see if there's tracks. I'm
Oh,
vibing
right.
at the one where the cultists are going. That's my vibe right now.
All right, I like the vibe.
Eve
Survival
already
check.
expressed her. Eve already expressed her thoughts.
Eve just jumps down the 15-foot. She says, "Fuck the ladder."
Whatever you do, Eve, just don't attune to the sword.
Don't talk to it. If it talks to you,
Yeah,
don't talk back.
Ignore it.
If it
Leave
talks
it
to
on
me,
red.
I'm making it my earrings.
Drop it in the lake. Okay. Down the ladder to the junction. Check for traps. Tracks. Not traps. I mean, traps are fine too, I guess.
Traps.
I guess, yeah, you could be checking for doing perception checks, right? You could be checking for
Yeah,
traps, checking
I'll
for
perceive
things
while y'all
while
survive.
Ulfgar is out here surviving.
Out of
Okay.
character.
Hold on one second.
I don't-
So everybody's moving up to the junction. Is that what's happening?
Yeah.
Sure.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Go ahead, Eve. Sorry.
Sorry. Out of character. Why does this feel like it's leading to the cave? Imagine if it's an underground thingy that leads straight to the cave or something.
Like from the beginning of this
you mean
quest,
the
you mean
cave- you mean
across
the
the whole
dragon
nation?
cave?
Yeah.
He
We
said
haven't
that
moved
there's no
100
way we're ever gonna get to.
Eve, we have moved 130 feet, and that bitch is 50 miles away. We are not getting anywhere.
I know. But
Well-
imagine if it gets us like
Wait.
lower.
50 miles.
Imagine dragons.
Is she talking about the dragon cave south of Greenest?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
she's high.
It's like
Yes.
500
Oh, no, I think she's talking
miles
about the-
away.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the cave with the 2 dragons.
Oh,
Yeah, the 2 dragons,
that
50
makes more
miles.
sense. Okay,
Or
that
which
makes
one
more
were you
sense.
talking about? Go
Stop.
ahead.
the two dragons,
Okay,
twin
okay.
dragons.
Okay. I thought she was talking
you
about
go.
the original
what I
dragon
thought.
cult cave south
No,
of
no, no,
Greenest
no.
where you
I
guys
was like, that's
No, no,
across
no,
the
no.
nation.
It took
No,
us like
that's-
2 months just to get to fucking this place.
Okay. So you guys get to the junction. Go ahead and roll a perception check, Bryn, for traps.
A roll survival with advantage for them for the tracks.
Yeah,
Eve,
go ahead.
Eve, Gore, Leah, which of you have the highest perception so you can help?
How?
I have +3.
-1.
All right.
I have 3.
Okay, so either Leah or Eve can help out Bryn.
Ooh,
Hey,
I
look
rolled
at-
so bad.
Bryn, you're not able to spot any traps through the mist. Again, it's about 3 feet high, so it rises up to at least Ulfgar's waist, if not even higher. And it's fairly thick. It does appear to be emanating from from the west, although it's not quite clear which chamber it's coming from the west. It doesn't look to be like it's coming in from the area to the south where the lake is. Ulfgar, you are able to spot several tracks of all types, cultists, lizard folk, and bullywug, but you're unable to really discern which way any particular person went recently.
Heck.
Sorry, folks. There's a lot of tracks. Too many.
Makes me
Can't-
wonder, like, like if it's the west one and they're creating this mist to create the setting for the battlefield.
Could I? I'm gonna propose to the group that if we, firstly, is the mist like natural? Can we?
Yeah, Arcana.
Is it something that
You can
That is-
roll a nature check or an arcana check if you want.
I mean, Leah's best at Arcana. Who's got the highest nature check out of all of us?
I have
Let
a
me
plus
check.
3.
Well, Leah, you're doing Arcana. So besides Leah, who's got the highest?
Nature. Where's nature?
-1.
I
Or
want
I can do
0.
Arcana and Leah can do Nature if she has the
I
higher
have a
one.
+2 on nature.
Yeah, I have a 0 on Nature, but I do have a 3 on Arcana.
I'll do nature then if you do arcana.
Okay, I'll help Leah.
Okay.
Thank y'all.
I'll go ahead and try to guide myself on this one. A 13. And
Damn!
rolls or something else.
That was rough.
This mist is wet.
It's a mist.
The mist is misting.
It's misty.
I mean, I could try to. I'll propose to the group that I could cast Sacred Flame, and I could just try to burn literally a hole through the mist.
I'll see if it'll respond to the fire. I'd be
I
curious.
mean, it does have a verbal component, and it is a giant, bright, shining light from the sky, so it's not very
That sounds fun.
inconspicuous, but might do the job.
You can send it down the hallway.
Are you talking about Sacred Flame?
I am.
It has to target a creature, though.
Does it?
Yeah.
Well, I guess it's a saving throw, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a creature. The spell description says a creature.
Isn't that a waste?
Okay, so Arthur, you rolled a 13 on your Arcana check,
I did.
and Mel, you rolled a 9 on your Nature check.
Mm-hmm.
So unfortunately, you guys are not able to discern whether the mist is magical in nature or not.
Sure.
Right. So do we just YOLO pick one, or do we what?
Eeny, meeny, miny, mo.
I mean, we can see into one of them, right? So that I guess we could just. There's two schools of thoughts there. We could go check that one first, because if there's like a passage out of there, then it'll at least we'll know quickly. Or we could assume that we can see the end of it, so the chances of them going out that way are slim. So I don't care.
Or we could split up into pairs. I'm just kidding.
Scooby-Doo style. Split
Is
up,
the one
gang.
that we see the lake? Is that the one you're referring to?
I don't know. I'm away from the computer. I thought we revealed the northwest passageway. Didn't we see that?
Right. No, but yeah, right. So when you're saying that there's one that is more clear, I didn't know which of the three you were referring to.
Well, the lake is covered by the mist. Yes. So that would be the least clear of them, I think.
Is it?
I thought that's what you said.
No. The mist seems to be coming from one of the two chambers to the west.
Oh,
It's flowing in this way,
I'm sorry.
So yeah.
and
But it's
kind
not
of
sure from which one.
It goes into the lake area, and kind of gets caught against the wall here. But it's definitely coming in from one of these two. It's hard to say.
And are these going? Is this going up or down? Down still?
Down.
I say we go down and go deeper.
Deep. I'm down. I was already guessing middle path. Like that's the one I feel like a cornered animal would go.
I mean, we're looking for the portal, right? And if I was a cultist and I had a magical portal, I'd probably put it in the deepest part of the cave.
Okay.
True.
So you guys kind of descend down the stairs, and
Well, I didn't mean to. We can put that up to a vote. I didn't mean to make the decision for the group. That was
okay.
Arthur.
I'm fine
He
with that.
doesn't. He doesn't like to swim, so she would either go middle or top. So
Yeah,
since most, yes.
I'm fine with that.
Middle.
Okay, so
Middle.
you guys kind of trek down the stairs here, still trying to be as quiet as you can, not lighting anything, not carrying any torches. You enter into you reach the bottom of the stairs, and before you a chamber opens up, and it is clear that this area has been distorted into some kind of weird, freakish cultist. I mean, not cultist, bullywug shrine towards like amphibians. There are various niches carved in the walls that are filled with carvings of frogs. Some, the size of a fist, others as large as a pumpkin. Even bigger frog carvings sit amongst the floor in places, with the mist kind of curling around them. And there are even crude renderings, like cave drawings of frogs that are scratched into the walls with some kind of blade and then colored with chalks. Go ahead and everyone can give me a religion check.
Oh, bless up.
Yo, let's go, dude.
I love me some faith.
Oh,
Yeah,
shit.
Learn me
Oh.
some.
Ooh.
Learn me some. Oh, that's
I
right.
think we're gonna learn.
So half of
Wait.
you recognize that these various elements of design are taken from the worship of two different deities. The first is God, I'm gonna butcher this. Gahanadar, the god of slimes. And the second one is Shar, the goddess of shadows.
Oh wow.
Oh,
Shadows.
it's
You said they're
Lady
both
Shark.
goddesses. You say goddess of slime and the goddess of shadow, or god of slime?
God.
Oh, there it is. Thank you.
We know about. Well, actually, I don't.
So you guys, between the three of you that actually have eyes, you guys are able to determine elements of both deities in these designs.
These
But
are pretty drawings.
none of them are used in in any like canonical manner. Whoever did this, tried to mimic something that he or she or it has heard about, but isn't necessarily following any particular dictates.
What are the odds that they went down this path?
Probably low. Can we
Sorry,
still?
I'm sorry. Hold on one second. Because three of you actually rolled high enough that it does matter. All three of you are also able to find remnants of or indications that a third deity is in fact venerated here as well. And that even I, your Sky Daddy, has never heard of after
We'll
20
learn
years.
some together.
20 years of Dungeons and Dragons.
Maybe let's see if
Dice don't lie.
you two.
You detect the presence or indication of reverence towards a deity known, or even maybe not even a deity, but a creature or an entity known as Ramenos, like the noodles. An ancient entity that is now believed to be in some kind of deep slumber.
We're on.
Times.
I don't know.
Ramenos was a god of one of the ancient creator races, if it was ever anything more than just a legend. And when I'm talking ancient creator races, I mean like 10, 20,000 years ago.
Come on, Ramenos. Everybody, let's
Everybody,
go.
let's go. Okay. I mean, did you want to investigate down further, or should we just backtrack and try that upper path?
I mean, this is clearly somewhere where the bullywugs are set up, right? We saw signs of
Right.
bullywugs. We don't care about the bullywugs. We know that there's a path
Oh.
this way, but right now I don't think we care.
Now that we're down here, can we tell that there's more or less cultist steps as opposed to bullywugs?
I would say no, it's harder to tell anything down here as the mist seems thicker.
Okay. Knowing the crusty, dusty, musty natures of the bullywugs, I can imagine that it's just down here as well. But okay.
Ulfgar, are you comfortable enough down here to make sure we don't get lost, or do we need to be leaving like marks and stuff?
I can memorize anything geographic.
That's what I thought. I just want to make sure. I'm gonna check with you. Cool. Okay.
You guys should have brought Balthazar. He could have just like Google mapped you back out of here.
Yeah, I'll get rid of him after he's done
He
with
did.
some gnome vagina.
Straight
He Google mapped himself
Fucking-
straight into some. Never mind.
Straight to the down bed.
He googled down bad.
He instead of googling dragon facts, he was googling tips to pick up gnome women.
Oh,
Interesting.
Balthazar in his Google search history.
Okay. Well, we backtrack back to the main junction. Do we want to go north then, or do we want to try to go across the lake here?
I would say north. I mean, that's where the smoky smokes are
I feel
coming
like we
from.
gotta go north because Eve doesn't want to go to water.
Go ahead and before you backtrack, go ahead and everybody roll stealth checks for me.
Said we'd do it when it
Okay.
mattered.
Oh,
Make it count.
yeah.
Oh, god damn it! How did I crit fail
Yikers.
twice with stealth?
You crit again? You crit 2 times in a row?
I don't know what to tell you, man.
Ooh,
We are all in stealth again.
I
You
rolled
are.
nice.
Okay, let me
That's crazy.
try
What
to
a-
get 2 1s. My aim is just 2 1s right now.
Okay.
He is getting lucky today.
Oh,
4 and 5. I mean, that's not far off from 2 1s, you know.
As you kind of motion to backpedal and start heading back up the stairs, you hear the familiar croaking of a bullywug.
Alright, get over here, man.
Deeper in the chamber, and he's speaking in broken, frog accented common. Don't leave now. Come, face me.
the bullywug says that to us?
I mean, the only bullywug we found so far that could possibly even speak common would be Farblex.
Yeah.
All the other ones were just croaking, right? I mean, granted, I don't think we've really had a conversation with any of them, but except the guards, we did try to have a conversation with those 2 guys in the top. That's why you blew the horn at us.
I mean, our party members so
Eve doesn't trust the voices anymore.
uncultured to discern whether or not this is Farblex or not? Like, have we seen
No,
enough bullywugs?
Yeah, you've heard
No.
him spell. You've heard him. You've seen him on the field of battle. You've heard him spellcast. You have. I mean, you're fairly certain this is Spattergoo himself speaking to you
What?
from.
We can't see him.
Yeah, no, he's in the next. The voice is coming from the next chamber that hasn't been explored yet.
Fuck him. Leah, you
Can
want to
I-
help me? You want to just
can
like
I-
throw 4 Eldritch Blast directly in that area and just leave?
Ooh,
We
I'm
just-
kind of did.
Like,
Can we just call him out that we need to talk? Like, stop being a pussy and come out.
And
Fuck are you
then
calling
when
him?
he comes out to talk, we blast him with 4 Eldritch Blasts.
Yeah. The
Okay.
moment he
Does that count as
the
a
most
surprise
dishonorable thing.
I mean, I
But
assume he'll be ready for an attack, but
can I bait him with the Hazaron? I'm like, I have a Resmir sword, don't want it anymore.
Talking about Hazaron right now. He's already willing to come out.
Here, I throw it.
we're not going to them. There's no
No.
telling what these fucking. This is a shrine of the god of slimes, the goddess of shadows, and some fucking creator god that we've never even heard of. I guess we have heard of him, but that we don't know much about.
I knew about him.
Like, there's no. Well, I mean, yeah, you, me, and Leah, but regardless,
Yeah,
not
yeah.
much is known, right? All we know is that
Right.
he may not have even existed. He's just a name that's mentioned in some like ancient texts. But regardless, like who knows? I don't like shrines. I don't like shrines of people. When we were down in the fucking, just like Eve was mentioning earlier, in that other castle or in the other cave down southeast of Greenest, when we went into that shrine of the Black Dragons where there was all that shit painted on the walls, what happened? The fucking whole chamber started filling up with poison. Like, no, fuck that. I'm not going to this place. Plus, there's a creepy ass mist in there. 4 Eldritch Blasts and move. Like, what are they gonna do? Chase us? Fuck it.
4 Eldritch Blasts? I mean, will that do an effect?
We're not. I don't know. Maybe.
Suppressing fire.
Yeah, we're just moving towards the edge. Make them come to us. What are they gonna do? We don't have to go to them.
So no one choosing to respond.
What do you mean? Like, say something back?
Yeah, he says.
I'm gonna
he said,
respond with 2 beams of
come-
Eldritch Blast.
Okay. All right, go ahead and make attack rolls, I guess.
I will.
I'm aiming at the wall.
I,
I can
Yeah.
shoot him at that trick. What am I 8 missing? I'll do it.
Hardness.
missed the wall.
Hardness. First
See if you actually trying to see if you actually like damage the wall.
11 for 6.
Wait, are we doing this together? Like at the
12 for
same
10.
time?
Yes.
Okay.
Go ahead, Leah.
Bryn pulls out like his chair and like observes him like going in on this cave opening.
Oof.
Their arcane
Okay.
magic.
So the two of you hastily belt out salvo of Eldritch Blast, but none of them seem to actually do much to the stone walls besides create a scary flash of light and a bang. And then you guys make a break for it and head back up the stairs.
Oh my god, I think I'm not okay because I'm imagining like a number 0 just flying. My mind is just Baldur's Gate right now. And I haven't slept yet. Oh, good god. Have mercy. I need to go wash my face. Be right back.
Are we proceeding north then?
Sure.
Yes.
Or are we gonna wait to see if they follow us? We want to try to take up a position over here on the other side and just give it, in game time, give it a few minutes, see if they decide they're gonna chase us out.
Okay. I'm down for that.
So you guys
Yeah, sure.
you guys lay down some suppressing fire at the sound of the voice, kind of startles you in the darkness and the mist.
Oh no,
And
it was intentional.
and Arthur and Leah lay down some suppressive fire while you guys retreat back up the stairs and take up a kind of a defensive position. You wait a few minutes, but eventually only a lone figure climbs the steps. Parlay.
Is it Farblex?
Our Lady's nuts.
Is Farblex.
Can we respond again with 4 more Eldritch Blast?
This time against his armor class. Do we see them? Is this like an eye contact thing? Do bullywugs have dark vision? I would assume as much.
No, he does not. He is bearing a torch.
Oh, okay. Can I press to digitate the torch? Actually, I think I have
Sure.
to be touching it.
That's probably true. He kind of climbs the stairs and the light cascades out over to you guys, and he says, "Will you parlay?"
I kind of like, I kind of get like a little nervous. I'm like, don't come any closer. Like if you want to parlay, then I assume that there's something you want to talk about. So what is your desire to talk now after the battle?
What does parlay mean?
It's like to come to an agreement to like not be violent towards one another.
Yeah, it's like
Okay.
trying to enter into a like terms of a truce,
It's
basically.
it's a temporary truce.
Okay. Okay.
Like when you see the two kings of the armies come together and talk, that's a parlay, and then either it works or it doesn't. So Farblex listens to Eve's request and halts his progress at the top of the stairs. He bears a torch in one hand and a spear in the other. But he makes no move to throw it or otherwise brandish it. Simply, his weapon of choice for his own defense.
I'm not worried about his spear. I'm worried about his magic. He's a shaman, right? Do we know anything
Yeah,
about
I want
shamans?
to clarify that
Does
as
he
well.
require like a spell casting focus in order to cast his spells as well? Do we know anything about that? I mean, so far the only ones we've seen are me and Leah. We both need spell casting focus, or focuses, and then but
Yeah.
Balthazar didn't. So, right? No, Balthazar didn't.
Every spellcaster requires either like a focus or a component pouch.
Components. I forget what Balthazar did. So.
Yeah.
He did things.
Can we ask? I mean, can we ask?
Just
Okay, here's Arthur's internal thoughts, right? Like, one, I don't like killing innocent people. I don't like killing people who are like giving themselves up. So if he's asking for parlay, I'm not going to immediately like shoot him directly, right?
Is he innocent?
I'm not saying he's innocent. I'm saying he's asking for a parlay. Right now, he's not a threat to us, right? He's not acting as a threat. However, we are allied with the lizard folk. We have made an agreement with the lizard folk to get rid of Spattergoo, and everything we've heard of Spattergoo up to this point is bad. He was responsible for killing Suncaller. He's been responsible for treating the lizard folk like shit, and the lizard folk have directly helped us. So I'm not against like hostility, I guess, towards this person, but I think Arthur would still. I think I'd still want to hear what he had to say before that. If we can make an agreement to where like he leads the rest of the bullywugs out of here, sure. But that would probably be the only terms that Arthur would probably be agreeable to.
my adventures with Arthur has softened my demeanor, and I'm open
with
to
that in mind,
seeing him.
Farblex, like I said, listens to Eve's request not to approach any further and holds the torch up so that its light can barely reach you guys. I think it's 40 feet, right? 20 feet of dim light and 20 feet of bright light. So he kind of holds the torch up high over the mist, and in his broken common, he says, Resmir wanted too much. Farblex is humble. Give me the castle, and I will give you the powers I know. And he kind of reaches down with his spear hand and grabs a spell book out of his belt and holds it up. There's another one where this came from. And he puts it back in his, kind of drops it back into his pack.
We're definitely not giving up the castle.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I was like, we kind of already given it and employed the whole.
Farblex has dreams of ruling the mere of dead men.
No.
But in order to do that, Cult of the Dragon must succeed in its plans. Farblex doesn't care about Tiamat. Farblex only cares about Gondanar and Shar. Farblex has an interest in his self-preservation. If If you will not give the castle to me, then simply allow me to live. Allow me to leave, and I'll give you one of the books.
I feel like we have most of the bargaining power in this situation. Like,
Out
I'm
of
not
character. Can we just kill him? Out of character?
Leah just kind of wants to kill him so we can have both books.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah,
Thor
either
is
way we
down
get
to
the book.
kill,
I mean, yeah, we're not
or
giving up
try
the
to
castle.
extract whatever we can.
We can always.
And he could always come back later with more bullywugs and try and take it over when we're not here.
Yeah, there's no reason to trust this guy. I mean, I guess we could roll insight, right? We could at least do that, do our due diligence. Could we try
Sure.
to see if he's being honest about like letting him leave? We let him live.
Go ahead. Everybody can roll an insight check.
Okay.
Oh, I'm up on my computer 1 second.
Get name.
Did we lose Brandon? Oh, okay.
He's done.
He's AFK right now.
Yeah.
No, I'm here.
Okay. Oh, there he is. And Eve. Okay. So, Leah and Bryn kind of get the best sense of his intentions, and the two of you detect no deceit. Everything he seems to be telling you appears to be true. Clearly, he's not a good guy, but even evil people have desire to live, and he recognizes the power that you guys have. He's made you an offer. He will give you 2 spell books in exchange for the castle, the rights to
Bro, that's
rule over
insulting,
the
man.
mirror of
Just
the
fucking
dead
kill him.
men. Or once that was his opening offer, right? He was lowballing you, and then you guys made it clear you're not giving up the castle. He offered you 1 spell book to allow him to simply leave and survive.
I mean, so Leah and Bryn, he's not being deceitful, but he's already said that he has an interest in obtaining this castle. He has an interest in ruling the Mirror of the Dead Men. So even if we let him leave, I guess that's what that would be my question, right? After we're discussing this, like if we let you leave, what is that? You're just gonna come back later, correct? Like, what does leaving mean to you? Are you
that's
leaving
what
the
he's
Mirror of the
saying.
Dead Men, or are you just leaving this castle alive and we have to defend our castle from here on out?
If you claim the castle and you're not willing to bargain it, what power do I have to take it from you 6? Clearly you are strong enough to best Resmir. I will have to choose other goals.
And you'll leave the Mirror of the Dead and leave the lizard folk alone? You'll take the bullywugs elsewhere?
The mirror is large. I can't say where we will go, but if you accept my deal and let me leave, I will vow never to return to Castle Nirtar.
Eve wants to, or Leah wants to kill him.
What's the deal?
The deal is 1 spellbook to allow him to leave.
The spell book you're carrying, or the spell book that you have hidden?
The spellbook that I'm carrying.
What are the what has he got?
Arthur, I mean, I didn't have any insight. Like, I still don't trust him. I trust I trust Leah and Bryn's judgment over this more than my own. But, I mean, I will back the party up regardless. I don't really have any allegiance to this guy, and I know he's evil, and personally, I don't think Arthur would have any qualms about eradicating him from, well, this plane of existence. So.
All right, can we act like we're accepting the thing and then walk up to him and then just fucking go at him real
You have
quick?
to roll a deception check, I'm sure. You'd have to, like, pretend. I think me and Leah are the two deceptive ones. I have a +7, and I think Leah has something like a.
Where's it
I was about to
at?
say mine was decent.
What
but it's not
say
plus
you?
7.
7 as well.
Will
I'm
you honor the
3.
parlay?
You want to roll for it, and then we can Eldritch Blast him once we get a little closer.
I mean, if you want to.
It's worth a shot.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Leah and I will approach Farblex as if we are going to accept his terms and accept the book as if we're trying to take the book. And then as soon as we get close enough, I think we just want to like shocking grasp the shit out of him and then go from there. Or if you want to take a step back, one of us can shocking grasp and the other Eldritch Blast.
I'm down.
Are
And
we
then-
taking him out? Because I can inish him as well.
You can what?
I can inish him. I can finish him off if our intention is just to kill him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we're just gonna. Leah and I will just display to the group like follow our lead, and I think that's
Okay.
our plan. So we're gonna try. Oh, we just lose. Oh, there he is.
Mhm.
Then yeah, we're gonna try to be deceptive. Approach.
Mhm.
I'll go first since I can thunder step out if anything terrible happens to me.
Okay.
And then you know what? I don't want to shocking grasp him. I want to get within 10 feet of him and then prestidigitate the flame, his torch out. He can't see anymore.
Oh.
Prestidigitation is 10 feet, and I can snuff out his torch.
Wait, he can't see in the dark?
No.
Then I'm fucking him up.
Yeah, we're all fucking him up.
Let's
Take
jumping
the
in the
lights
night.
out and then we
So
jump
as
him.
soon as the lights go out, Leah's just Eldritch Blast, boom, boom, and then you guys fucking
My back.
like Family Guy style, just like beating
Yeah,
up on him.
Fuck it.
Anthony, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh, okay. Sorry. So that's the plan. We can, Lee and I are going to try to be deceptive as if we're just, accepting the terms. And then as soon as I get within 10 feet of him, I'd like to prestidigitate his torch out.
Yeah.
Okay.
And as soon as that happens, I'm gonna Eldritch Blast. Like I'm gonna have that as a reaction to you doing that.
Okay. So who's advancing? Just Arthur?
Myself and Leah.
Yeah.
Oh, and Leah. Okay. All right. So what are you saying in response to Farblex?
If you agree to leave Castle Neratar to us and turn over the spellbook, then we will allow you to leave here with your life.
Good.
But we're lying.
The spell book you want is in my sanctum. I will leave with this one.
I thought he was carrying.
He had
Yeah.
one, but the other one
The
is
terms were the one you were carrying, Farblex. You're already changing the terms on us. This doesn't lead to good negotiations between the two of us.
You think I would hand you my only bargaining chip and leave here without my other spell book?
That's why we clarified. We asked you, for your own safety. We said, the one you're carrying or the one you're hiding? And you said, the one that's on me. And I'm going to try to imitate his croaky voice, the one that's on me. And so we agreed to your terms, which is why we're approaching you hands out for the book. So...
I'm changing the terms.
I said the wrong thing.
Are we... This is the distance we're at? We're only...
That's not what I meant.
You guys are kind of stepping forward. If you guys start walking towards him, then we'll roll initiative.
Sure. I mean, yeah, I think at this point, I would say I just want to be like, then the terms have changed, and I would like to Eldritch Blast him in the face.
Yes.
All right, go ahead and click your tokens and go ahead and roll initiative.
Hee hee.
Says a
I assume
D12.
everyone's okay with that. Or
Yeah, I'm fine
Yeah.
with that. Go ahead.
Oh.
Yes, a high initiative. Oh my!
Oh my god!
Is
Yo,
that for
Jen,
Archimedes?
isn't
Is that for Archimedes?
That's for Archimedes.
poke his eyes, Archimedes, poke his eyes.
Oh shit.
No, I
What
think
the fuck is that number?
you roll a 0. You rolled a 1 and you have -1 fucking dexterity.
It's alright, I took one for the
Actually-
team, you know?
Yeah. Thank you. Stupid fucking frog.
That's actually like I've never seen 0. Oh, look at me! Just crit
God
left and
damn,
right.
Leah.
See, it was worth.
Oh,
Okay.
he's fucked. He's really fucked.
See, Arthur and Leo, their deception worked.
And
Okay,
as usual, roll less than 10
No.
initiative.
Oh
Not even
my
surprised.
lord.
Okay. So as the negotiations kind of break down, it's clear that he's not going to hand you the spellbook he's holding and leave the other one behind as he tries to leave the castle. He offers to give you the other one in kind of a bait and switch, and you say you don't take it, and hostilities erupt. Archimedes is the first to react.
Can you actually add me to the
I see.
thing because I
He is
forgot to
not
hold
on-
my token.
Oh, sorry.
That's
there
a
you go.
fast bird.
Lee is the first to act. He's
Yeah.
killing it
Oh,
out here. I think Mel's crit
I
like
didn't-
3 times tonight.
I think
4 times. I'm sure.
Four, I
I
think.
think.
I'm sorry.
not sure.
Okay, Leah.
Just rub
Leah,
it in,
you're the
alright?
first
Just rub
to
it in.
react.
I'm just kidding.
No.
Oh.
I'm just glad you're on
Oh.
our team.
All right. So you hurl a pair of eldritch blasts at him, but neither of them hit.
Mm.
Moving.
Archimedes
Oh,
is going to do a flyby. He's going to come up, and he's going to hover over the torch. And then...
She's not done.
Oh, I'm sorry. Move. I thought that was her 2, right? She cast 2 Eldritch Blasts?
Yeah, she
Yeah.
has a bonus action and movement still.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm skipping ahead. Excited.
Okay. I was thinking maybe I should like go ahead and throw Hex on him.
Not a bad idea. We got it for 8
Yeah.
hours.
Alright, so is there a specific ability you guys like would prefer?
I think dexterity is probably always the safest, right? I think, maybe not. Ulfgar has the strength checks, right? With his shove, if he's trying to shove someone.
He has strengths. I have wisdoms for like Tasha's hideous laughter and dissonant whispers if I wanted to
I
use
got
it.
wisdom for
Yeah,
hold
I'm a
person,
warrior.
but I probably wouldn't be able to go.
I can restrain him with my fire rune. If you put disadvantage of strength.
Okay.
I mean, once we subdue him, yeah, we can just knock him unconscious and then deal with his ass.
And then
Alright.
torture him too.
Oh, we're killing him.
Heck
what do we need
yeah.
to keep him for? What are we gonna interrogate him for? Then we're gonna
And
kill
all
him.
you
Oh.
guys,
We're
all
just
you
gonna
guys are getting, all you guys are getting alignment marks.
I would say, are we doing the fucking like ball torture from what is that Taken movie where he's
Oh,
naked on
fuck,
top of the?
dude.
Like, what are we doing? No, we're just killing him.
Okay.
Alright.
Alright, so
Alright.
Hex.
It does, I don't, yeah, hex him. I don't really mind. I also have hideous laughter, so.
Also, he's a fucking frog? What's his strength? Probably wisdom is probably better, right? The talk
Yeah.
Isn't it because? Sorry to interrupt. Isn't it because Ulfgar is gonna restrain him? And
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, as a bullywug, what's his strength modifier? I assume he's not that strong of a person, right? So giving disadvantage on his strength might not be as effective as giving advantage on his wisdom.
Getting ripped tonight.
R.I.P. that.
Do your thing, Leah.
You choose, Lee. It's your hex.
I don't know. I wanted to go with the majority.
Majority is wisdom. The most effective might be strength.
Okay, we're gonna go with the strength. I'll trust Ulfgar.
Yeah.
Any movement?
Hell no.
Okay.
Hell no.
Archimedes.
Yeah. He'll do the flyby. He's gonna fly over and touch the torch, and then fly back towards Arthur and perch. He's readying an action, so on my turn, he will be casting Prestidigitation on the torch.
Okay.
And that ends his turn.
Yeah. I don't think he can fly back.
Just 60
I think
feet
he
of
has
movement.
to. I think he has to stay there though to use you. He uses his reaction on your turn to touch the torch. I don't think he can go there and come back. You know what I mean?
Sure.
I think he has to stay there. He can fly there, and then on your turn you can use him to cast Prestidigitation through him on the torch. He just has to stay there.
Okay.
All right. Bryn.
Oh, short bow. I gotta break it in. You know, like I long reunited. I've long run out of an arrow. I'm gonna steady aim this hoe and see what's real. Boom, 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 boom.
Hey.
Okay, that hits
Oop.
for 16 damage.
Get
Nice.
that. That ends my turn.
Good hit.
Ulfgar.
That's what I do.
But
I steady aim.
I can't even reach him.
Dash, I guess.
Use your action surge to dash.
Or
and
throw
just
something at him really hard.
check some.
Go out, Presley.
Throw the scroll.
Which scroll?
Fire scroll.
I need something to
Oh,
blow this up.
God.
Throw us the fire scroll.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna. Can I throw my sword and invoke my fire rune?
Sure.
Hell yeah.
That's crazy about you.
I throw
I
my
swear
sword.
to God.
So how would I roll for that though?
It's just an attack roll with a thrown weapon, so it's basically the same attack roll that you well, it's improvised, so you're not proficient with it. So it would just be your strength modifier. Improvised weapon 5e, I think. Any object what does it say? Any object.
Anthony, I just
What?
want to say that after this fight, I might have to call
Okay.
it a night.
Okay.
Sorry for that. Just very tired.
Oh, you're
Okay.
fine. I feel you.
I
Yeah,
just
so it
need
would
to
just be a thrown weapon. So it says if a character uses a ranged weapon to make a melee attack or throws a melee weapon that does not have the thrown property, it's treated as an improvised weapon. So you would get your strength modifier, but not your proficiency bonus. So it would just be plus it's magical, so you would get the +1 for that. Does that make sense? So you could just roll a d20 and add your strength modifier +1.
What the hell?
What's your strength?
Hold on. Roll20 is not working.
Oh. Let's see. Ulfgar character sheet. So your strength is 15, so it'd be +3 total, I believe, because you get 2 for your strength modifier plus 1 for it being a magic sword.
So a d20.
D20 +3.
Okay. Fuck.
Okay, so you hurl your magic longsword through the air, and it skitters to the ground at Farblex's feet.
Well,
Hope you got what you wanted, brother.
that's that, I guess. That's my turn.
All right. Arthur gets back.
Where would you say my sword is?
I'm here.
It's at Farblex's feet.
Okay.
Oh man.
I mean, I'm gonna do what I set out to do. So prestidigitation on the torch, put the lights out.
Okay, the lights go out for
And then
him.
I'll move back behind, I don't know, whoever's in front of me or whoever's Gore or Ulfgar or Eve, whichever makes more sense.
Okay. Eve?
Eve will 5, 20. That's 40. I can't really see the squares properly, but I can move, right? I think I'm gonna move, sorry, what's on the left
Yeah, if
side?
it helps, just ignore the black lines, if that helps. You only care about the white lines. I'll see if I can make them a little bit brighter for you.
5.
There we go.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
5,
Don't worry, just
20.
ignore the black grid lines underneath.
I could get right here, right? No problems. Like right here.
Yeah. You have 40 feet of movement.
Yeah, I do. And she will normal attack.
Okay.
Uh,
You get advantage because he's blind.
oh.
Oh my god. I don't know why, but whenever Eve rolls, like there's like 3,000 dice for her roll.
Yeah, I see that.
And another one.
I think it's because there's 2D. It's rolling 2d20 plus it's rolling each of the d6s for each advantage roll. So there's like 66 rolling with it too. That's why.
Damn.
Okay, so that hits for 20 damage, and that
Oh,
misses.
Yeah, and the necrotic dice rolls too.
Yeah,
Or is that including the 3?
that includes it.
Oh.
Okay,
I
so
swear,
you
there's like 10 6 die in there.
yeah. So there used to be when she was rolling 2d6 necrotic damage. It was 8d6, I think, total plus
I
the
don't miss it.
2d20s. Anyways, so you walk up and you swing twice. One connects in the darkness. The other one he's able to somehow avoid despite not being able to see it coming. And you feel a good hit chunk him as you connect. Any bonus action, anything?
No. I already used my bonus action.
Okay. I need Constitution saving throws from Ulfgar, Eve, and Archimedes.
Oh good god, okay.
Is this poison?
No.
Okay.
Constitution save.
I'm gonna say you have to find out real soon.
Hold on, give me a second. My thing is bugging. Stop.
Is artifact like one of the highest rarities?
Fucking
I'm
two.
back.
Yeah.
What I miss?
Eve ran up and smacked him once.
Damn,
Okay.
he's still alive. What the fuck?
All right. Oh, that's a shitty roll. Okay. Archimedes takes. So first, the torch goes out, and everybody tries to kill the poor lone bullywug, and he becomes enraged. And he casts a spell which some of you may recognize as Thunder Wave, and a force bursts out from in front of him in a 15-foot cube, engulfing Eve, Archimedes, and Ulfgar in thunder. Ulfgar is able to withstand it based on his constitution, he only takes 2 damage, but both Archimedes and Eve take 4 damage. Archimedes dissipates with a kind of flare of magic, and Eve ends up getting pushed back 10 feet away from Farblex. And he tries to back up down the stairs. Actually, no, he goes this way. 5, 10, 15, 20. Stumbles through the darkness along the cave wall as he screams, Fine, I'll give you both. Just don't kill me.
Who's laughing?
Killed my familiar again.
Or you're
Oh, he's dead.
Oh, he's dead for that one.
This is
Yeah.
the 3rd time
Yeah, I'm about to
Archimedes has
fuck him
died.
up.
We're gonna be on
No.
Archimedes 4.
No fucking mercy. No mercy. No. Mm-mm.
Mm-mm. She said, mm-mm.
All right, what's the move here? Wow.
He hasn't seen it yet.
Do I waste some extra shit on him just to kill
I
him?
mean, you
Like
know,
he might die, right?
He's going to
Normal
die.
attacks.
he's in the
Just-
dark.
He's going to die.
Wait,
Just
what,
gonna-
what happened?
He's
Who moved
blind, so like, does that mean I get advantage, bro?
He is blind. That does mean you get advantage. Where were you before? Who moved him? He was against the wall.
Oh,
I don't know.
Where were you before, Gore? You.
bro.
No, I mean, where'd you start?
I don't remember, but I remember it was a
was in-
5-foot difference, so
was
I,
here.
I should be able to reach
you
him.
Yeah, you were in front of. No, yeah, you. That's
It was
right. You were
here
here.
because Eve was here and I moved behind
Yeah,
Eve.
you're right. You're right. No, you're right. You're right. Okay, so it's 30 feet there, so you can reach him.
All right, here we go. I'm rolling. Where's my thing at?
Right. The first swing connects, and he goes down.
With the
Second
one.
swing-
That's so painful. That's why I homebrew that rule. That fucking sucks so much.
What?
He rolled a 1 on his crit roll. That's
Oh,
That's actually
that's why I
sad.
always
Well,
max.
the first one, the first hit killed him. So the second hit was actually an automatic crit with max damage, and I mean the first hit dropped him, and the second hit was an automatic crit with max damage anyway. So,
Oh wow.
Gore brings his. What are you wielding? Greatsword?
Shatter
Oh,
spike.
Shatter Spike. It's a long sword, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so you bring Shatter Spike to bear, and the first one chops him down, and the second one is a vicious cut that basically beheads him, and his crocodile skull cap thing falls to the ground as his head begins rolling towards the stairs.
Or Archimedes, bitch. Can I kick his head away?
That's
Put it in your
Ulfgar.
inventory.
Think of Ulfgar's collection.
Yeah,
That's not
that's
your thing. That's his thing.
Yeah, this is Ulfgar's thing.
Get your own thing.
Oh yeah,
What
yeah,
the
yeah,
heck?
yeah. I'll kick
Hey,
the
Eve,
body then.
go pick some mushrooms.
No, don't even no. Mm-mm. We're good. Eve already feeling sick.
So you guys know in Baldur's Gate how Shadowheart has like a fear of wolves.
Yeah.
So what you and Mel missed, Kayhan, was in prior adventures. Eve developed a unnatural fear of mushrooms.
Okay. How'd
I
that
was always,
They
I was
encounter-
always,
they- yeah, it's a long story. She could tell you about it sometime, but
yeah.
in any event,
That's funny.
okay, so Farblex goes down, combat's over, Gord decapitates him, and and all is silent once again in the dungeon beneath Castle Neratar.
Alright.
The
This is where
the
I
spear
hop
that he
off.
was. Yeah. Okay.
Alright, good night, everybody.
Good night, Lara. Take care.
Bye.
The spear clatters to the ground, and the dead torch clatters to the ground.
All right, let's see what scroll this is, I guess.
Yeah, let's see what he really got.
Okay. So on his body, you notice that he's also carrying. He's wearing studded leather armor. And he has kind of a makeshift holy symbol that you've seen him brandish that is a mishmash of all kinds of religious symbols and colors and all of that. It's clear that he is the designer of the shrine that you just saw, and his knowledge about these entities that he prays to is shallow at best. But in any event, he does carry a spell book on him, and thumbing through it, it does contain some spells up to 4th level.
Like all the spells up to 4th level?
No, it has
Oh.
it has some spells. It has 2 4th level spells in it. A handful of 3rd level spells. It looks like it was at one point it belonged to what I don't know how else to say this out without like breaking the 4th wall, but it looks like it belonged to a level 7 spellcaster. So it has
Who would
a
that be?
Someone that was big. Another warlock that we may have known.
Oh, you know what?
Some caller.
I'm sorry. I misread that. It has up to 5th level spells. It was held by a 9th level spellcaster.
Are you saying that by suggesting this, are you saying that we don't know what the spells are? It's going to take us a while to identify them?
No, I just haven't picked them yet.
Okay.
What class was Wolf's
They're
character?
they're wizard spells, by the way.
Was he a
That doesn't
wizard?
matter to me. I just need to know if there's any ritual spells in there.
Ritual.
We'll figure it out later.
Yeah, I can roll for them. I just haven't done so yet.
Sure. Anything else on his body? Important the studded leather armor. I
Yeah.
don't think anybody knows about or cares.
No. He has like I said, he has just a bullywug type spear and the torch. His robes, I guess.
Does he have anything? I'm so sorry, I cut you off. Continue.
Oh, that's okay. I was just gonna describe his attire. It's I'm looking up at his image again. He wears. Here's a picture of him. Oh, it must be up here. There it is. Yeah, he wears studded leather armor with he's got various shamanistic charms and robes and stuff, and he's got a head of a. Maybe it's not a crocodile. Maybe it's Suncaller's head.
Just
Dang.
wearing Suncaller's head.
It might be. I mean, here's the picture of him here. Farblex. Well, you can actually zoom in. It's the token is the picture of him. Let me put him back on the screen. If you just zoom in on him, you can see. That's what he's wearing right there.
Dang,
So
he's kind of chunky.
He got a little spear. He's got a weird zombie head tied to him in like a satchel kind of, and then he's got this weird. You can Google Farblex Spattergoo and see a bigger picture of it, but it looks. At first, I thought it was a crocodile head, but
Oh
now
wait,
the more
he is.
I
see
look
now.
at it, It looks kind of like a lizard folk head because the teeth don't look like crocodile teeth to me. Maybe it's Suncaller's head. I don't know.
I mean, I'd rather not be carrying around anyone's head personally. Is there anything on there that would identify him like definitely as a shaman? Like definitely as Farblex? Like his spellcasting focus.
He has like a holy symbol, yeah, that he's crafted.
I'd like it. Maybe not to keep myself, but maybe to turn over to Snapjaw, so that we kept our end of the bargain even further. Farblex is gone, and maybe so he can show the rest of the bullywugs as well. That might help him push the rest of the bullywugs out of the swamp. So
Let's bring his head with that head still on it. You know what I'm saying?
Farblex, we're gonna holy symbol, I guess is what I'll just call it. Farblex holy. So now I have Frulam's holy symbol and Farblex's holy symbol. Okay. I
cannot get my dice roller to populate. Where did it go? I'm gonna have to reload Roll20. Okay, I'm sorry. You guys go ahead. I'm just trying to roll for which spells are in the spell book.
Okay.
You did say there was another book, right?
Yes.
Yes,
Yeah.
I'm trying to recall what corridor he gestured us,
Assuming
saying
it's
that
past
when he tried to bait and
here,
switch us.
past
Yeah,
the like
imagine so
ritual
too. Does
or
it
like
matter
the
now though?
yeah. Want to get it real quick? I don't know.
I mean, is there even a second book? You know, like it
That's
could have just been a lie. I mean, I'm down to check it out, but I think again, if we're speaking priority's sake, I think we want to find the other dude first.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't. If it's down there, it's gonna stay down there, right? Who
Mm.
else is
Mhm.
gonna be
Right.
down here?
Whatever
plus,
is
I
gonna
don't.
booty clap us.
Again, I
Hmm.
don't trust shrines anymore.
Shrines are bad juju.
Like even so, like I said, the first shrine we went into, we nearly died because of the poison. There was a shrine to Tiamat in this castle up above, and in the base of it was like a poison dagger, right? That you're now holding, Bryn. And now we've got this other shrine to some random ass bullywug gods. I just don't. I think Arthur is forming a fear of shrines just in general, which is kind of weird, seeing as his Asamir fucking
I was about to say,
celestial warlock, but
hey man, you're scared of it. You're scared of it.
yeah, I'm not willing to go down there without like proper preparation.
Yeah.
And I don't think right now we're prepared to do that.
Well, considering this bait and switch, like I don't think they're together, so he's definitely not going to be down where Farblex came from. They definitely split up. My question is, why would they have chosen to split up, and why would that have led Farblex to want to create a cheeky escape plan? Granted, he knew he was going to win in a fight against us, but I mean, if they wanted to at least do a final showdown, they would at least attack in a more coordinated way. Did it seem that Farblex was throwing in the towel, and maybe the elf dude wanted to do a final stand, or maybe he felt more confident in what he has in store? Who knows?
I think it's
My
more that we
thoughts.
knew that Greymore, or what, Born Grey? Not Greymore. Born Grey.
Drawmore or something, right? I forgot.
born gay. I mean,
Okay.
Born Grey seemed to prefer the lizard folk over the bullywugs, right? We know that we discovered that there was that chest that had a bunch of like cheap coins and cheap jewelry and like almost 100 pounds worth of like copper and random BS that he was paying the bullywugs in. And we also found up in one of those upper chambers that there was a chest of like valuables, but didn't we figure out it was all like women's valuables. Wasn't that the kind of the vibe we were getting? That it was
From
all
which
like
one? I'm trying to remember.
above on the second floor of the Bullywug resting area.
I think so.
There was a chest in there that was full of valuables, and it was like mostly jewelry, like women's jewelry and mirrors and things like that, right? So
I do remember that.
I feel like Born Grey was paying the Bullywugs, but he was kind of doing it in like a very insulting way.
Dang.
And I think, and the other sense we got, remember when we were doing that huge fight, was that Born Grey called out to the lizard folk and said, I've taken care of you. I've held up my end of the bargain. The cult, blah blah blah. Turn and fight them and join me. And we had to essentially, there was that initial struggle, or there was a fear there that they might like disperse or might turn and fight us. So it seems like Born Grey probably liked the lizard folk more than he necessarily liked working with the Bullywugs. So I'm
I can see
guessing
that.
that once they got down here, Born Grey probably just left him. Also, Farblex makes it pretty much, he pretty much said himself, like, his alliance with the cult seemed to be more, like, circumstantial. It was more transactional.
Mutually beneficial.
Yeah,
Yeah.
more transactional than it was actually, like, he didn't care about the cult. He didn't care about Tiamat.
Right.
He was just doing it because the cult was providing with something. So I don't think there was really a strong alliance there. So I'm guessing that once they got down here, they split up. Farblex came down here to potentially like form some kind of either alliance with us, like make another deal. He saw the cult falling, so he decided to try to salvage something for himself, and obviously it didn't work for him. So
Right. Okay, that does
Heck,
make
you
more
guys
sense.
are fucking murderers.
I don't feel bad at all. I would like to say though, he ran to the north, which kind of makes me think, was he running to the north because he was in the dark and he didn't know which way he was going? He was just trying to get away from people, or was he running to the north because there is an exit up there? I say we investigate the north side first. If once we're leaving here, looks like Anthony's typing things. He's probably rolling for those spells. So
Yeah, I think I had already felt like I wanted to go north as well.
yeah, you did.
Yeah, I'd rather go north. Also, just due to the simple fact of like dealing with the water and also having people in the party who, don't want to deal with that
Sure.
unless we have to, type thing.
Yeah. What's up, buddy? You can jump up here. Don't know why you need to pick you up.
I've been like trying to think of multi-classing, but I know so little about it. Still simple, but
Mechanically multi-classing, unless there are specific exceptions, like Hexblade, super strong. Most dips into like cleric and fighter are the easiest because they get their fighting style or their school, or not school, but what is the cleric's called? Domain. Thank you.
Yeah, domain.
They get their domains at level 1. So other than that, most are for flavor, right? It's kind of just mechanically speaking, the classes are designed to be strongest if you just single class all the way through. But if you're doing it for flavor, then you can do whatever the hell you want.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I mean, I wouldn't worry about trying to like min-max something and losing power. You guys are already really strong, but yeah, if there's something that interests you, that's what I would. Figuring out how it works mechanically once you've made a decision to multi-class into something is easy. Picking one because you're trying to find some niche, mechanic that works is just a rabbit hole you could go down forever. There's a million, multi-class builds.
I just think it'd be crazy to sneak attack multiple times on mofos.
Well, sneak attack is only once per turn anyways.
Yeah.
No matter how many attacks you get.
Also, you can't
Yeah,
double
okay.
up on extra attack either. You gain extra
Right.
attack from an additional feature, you still only get it once.
Oh, you
That
can
would be
get
kinda
extra
broken.
attack from a feature?
Yeah.
Yeah,
so
like
fighter,
fighters
third,
gets
third
it.
level fighter.
Oh, a fighter feature. Yeah, yeah. I knew you can get it from fighter. I thought you meant like a feat that you can get.
No,
Mm-mm.
no.
No, that's a feat, not a feature.
Yeah.
I know it sounds the same, but
You could see why I'm misled. Yeah.
class features are different from feats.
Gotcha. That's why I was looking at fighter, but then, like you said, it wouldn't really be worth it. It'd just be like one more peppered attack instead of a sneak attack.
Yeah,
be
I
bust
mean,
anyways.
rogue gets a fighting style too, right? Or am I mistaken on that? Rangers get the fighting
No,
style,
they
not
don't.
rogues.
Yeah, they don't.
So I mean, you could always
Yeah.
do something like if you did dip into one level of fighter, you get your fighting style and second wind at level 1, right? Second wind is always great. It's internal healing. I mean, there's not anything bad. And then you choose, right? Like archery is great because you're going, you tend to like long range. There's there's dueling, right? If you're going in for your rapier, dueling is great.
Mm-hmm.
That's probably the only thing that you would want unless you were going to like do weapon fighting.
Honestly, no. Like archery, I feel like archery has always kind of been my angle. I mean, the booming blade's great, but with such a strong front line that we have right now, it doesn't really make sense for me to be cutting and running.
Yeah.
When you guys are already standing right there, like I'm not gonna try to have an opening left for me just so I can hit next to you guys. The booming blade, sure, I get the thunder, but it's more valuable when they move.
Completely understand.
Which, yeah. So that's where I'm at. But anyway, sorry, I didn't mean to tangent us just because I was talking about multi-class.
No, we're waiting for Anthony anyway. He's typing. He was rolling for the spell book. So
okay.
I'm just playing over here. Okay, so here's the spells up to second level that were in that book that was on his body. I have to do the first level spells still, but
Jesus.
Ooh, the black tentacles is pretty good.
Ooh, fire shield, dude.
I mean,
I don't even know what fire hold person
Here's the
detect
thing.
thoughts.
None of it matters to us. If they're
Oh, because
wizard, we can't learn
Yeah.
spells innately, right? That's not how it works. So we could sell this book, but the only person this could potentially benefit is me. And the only thing that I can see that I might actually be able to use is water breathing.
I can cast wizard spells.
well, if it possibly benefits you, then it possibly benefits Leah as well.
Leah can't copy spells, and she doesn't have the Book of Shadows. She's a talisman warlock, not a Back to the Tome.
You're right. Okay, you're right. Okay.
But I can do
I'm not
wizard
trying to leave
spells,
Leah out
right?
here. That wasn't my plan. It was just that we're not. You don't cast spells that way. You don't have a wizard's book. You cast cantrips and you learn spells, but you don't have a wizard's book. You can't learn spells the same way wizards can.
I gotcha.
Getting the spell book, if Balthazar was still in the group, would be amazing, right? Because he could take every single one of these spells and spend the gold and spend the time and just copy them into a spell book.
He doesn't even need to copy into. He could just carry both.
That's
books.
true. He could just carry the spell book.
Yeah.
No one else
Dual
here
spell book?
learns spells that way. So this is a very valuable item, right? This is very expensive.
Yeah.
Wizard spell books usually do sell. You have to find a buyer, right? It's treated like a magical item. And the rarity of this thing with 5th level spells, I mean, it's got a ton of stuff. But I'm gonna look through here really quick and see which of these are actually, if any of them are ritual spells at all.
I'm pretty sure water breathing.
I think water breathing is the only one that is. That was the only one that I saw that stood out. The 2 5th level are not. Evar's Black Tentacles, there's no fucking way that's going to be.
No, you can use that in combat.
Fire Shield.
So
sounds
since we were
fucking
talking about
awesome.
multi-classing,
Mhm.
let's say someone took level 1 wizard, would they be able to use it?
You don't pick your wizard spell list until 3, I think. 2, actually.
3.
I think it's 2 is when wizards get
So
their
you pick-
school.
Yeah,
You get
but that's what he's
cantrips.
talking about. He's talking about could you use the spellbook? The answer is yes. You get you learn how to use spellbooks as a first level wizard. So yes, you could dip into wizard and use the spellbook, but you wouldn't be able to cast any of the spells past first level.
Yeah, gotcha.
Are you rolling for the things now?
First.
Or
For the first level spells, I have to go look and see how many spells they get because it's easy for second, third, fourth. You just get 2 per level when you access it. But I can't remember how many you start for first level, so I have to go look it up.
I don't even see Stone Skin as a spell anymore. Are you sure that's correct?
It's on the D&D 5e as a spell. Let me see. Stone Skin 5e. Oh, it's 1 word.
Oh.
Yeah, it's a 4th
Oh,
level
so it
wizard
is.
spell.
It is. Also not. Fly is not going to be because it's a concentration spell.
Yeah.
Protection from energy probably will not because it's probably also a concentration spell.
Um,
Question, Ulfgar?
no, I'm just wondering if we're just done with the session or
No, we can keep going. So you guys want to explore the room to the northwest?
Yes.
The next chamber? Okay. So
Bless you.
Bless you.
Bless you.
Thank you. Thank you.
so wrong. Okay, so you guys feel the final chamber here in the northwest corner, and it comes to a dead end. The mist in this room is also 2 or 3 feet deep, but otherwise the chamber appears completely empty.
Nice. So
Can I
let's go down to the water.
can I perceive the room, please?
Yes.
Yeah.
Sorry, I can't help it. My curious
No, good,
mind.
go for it.
I know we said we'd go through it. Oh shit, my bad. I refreshed my shit earlier. I didn't have my shit shizzle pulled up.
You said it's empty in there? There's nothing in there?
Just like it's kind of suspicious. There's some voids here, you know. Like I'm just like, what's up? Does anyone want to help? I like turning around.
Here,
You're
I'll
going in.
I'm
help.
just I'm just gonna look around, see if there's any like hidden like switches or like secret passages.
I mean, I don't mind. I can stay outside. I've got 120 feet. I'll come up to the entryway with you and take a look.
Hee. Hi. It's my dice.
Go.
Hey.
Okay.
All right, tell me.
So, like I said, the mist here is about 2 or 3 feet deep, but otherwise the chamber appears completely empty. It is not empty, however.
Oh
Bryn
shit, good call.
Bryn is able to discern through the mist the existence of a permanent teleportation circle carved into the stone floor of this chamber, where it is otherwise obscured by the mist.
And do I know where it is in this space? Is it like in this pocket or is it down here?
It's like in the back corner, yeah. Yeah.
I'm excited. I look back and I do my interpretive dance.
As Bryn calls out that he found the teleportation circle, you all recall that you recovered the command word located on a piece of paper in Resmir's study.
Wow. All right. What does it say? Read it in mind, not out loud.
The paper says the command word is written on a piece of paper.
Wait. Okay.
Out of character really quick. This is very
Yes.
metagamey. So forgive me. Do we want to go through this portal without Lara?
Mm-mm.
Yeah,
Would it,
I feel like this is a big
narratively,
moment.
would it make like we've identified where the portal is, but Laura's not here? Do we want to explore the rest of this cave so that Laura's here when we do next big, bad, awesome thing?
I do.
Yeah.
I really do.
Yeah, the other option is it is midnight. If you guys want to call it now, you can. I can leave you on the cliffhanger of going through the portal, or you guys can. Because I mean, obviously Eve will come with you. It's not like you guys are leaving Eve
Yeah,
behind.
I get it. It's not Eve. That's why I said it's out of
Yeah,
character.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
not an Eve thing. We'll pilot Eve. It's just a lore thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right,
It's
yeah,
up
I'm
to you
down to run
guys.
it back next time just to embark on the new together.
I mean, we're only ending what, like an hour early, I guess, if we do call it here. We usually end at 3, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm fine with that if everyone's in agreement.
Okay.
Yep.
Sure.
Then I think that's the plan. We found the portal. We'll wait for Laura and come back and reevaluate.
Okay.
Dude,
Right.
Drawmore definitely took the portal. Like, there's no way. Like,
Yeah, I feel like he had to.
he would
We all
definitely
take
know
the portal, and then it's like there's 2 giant fucking black dragons in front of you.
I'm gonna go ahead and end the recording here.
Okay.